Hey, everybody, hello. Oh, my God. Guys.
Word.
It's Thursday.
Whew.
Thursday.
Time to get up, guys. Get out of bed.
Limp Biscuit Day.
Don't hit the snooze. It's Limp Biscuit Day. What? You're going to make me talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Of course I am.
Oh, that's Liv, by the way. Liv's
Hi, it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Rafe is out in Denver. Lern is off today. So Liv, nice enough to get up and
I'm here for you.
get up and hang out so early.
Very early.
So early.
I got up at 3:50.
Oh, 3:50. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. No, I guess you're going to make me talk about it.
What, the LB day? LBD?
Well,
I'm just curious what it is about Thursdays that makes it Limp Biscuit Day.
I don't
That's
know.
all.
So if you open up Spotify and I guess they have a new like AI DJ feature.
Yeah.
So they have like an AI air personality, which I don't like it.
No, we hate Xavier.
We hate Xavier, whoever. It's like Xavier, the AI Spotify DJ. Don't like it. He's taking their jabs.
Taking their
Taking their jabs.
Take your germ.
Anyway, I said to the fellas here in the studio, hey, has anybody tried out this abomination of a thing? Those are the words I used.
Indeed.
I said, check this out. So I opened it up, and Xavier, the AI Spotify DJ, says, it's Thursday. Here's some of your Thursday music. And
This is my fight.
No, I played Limp Bizkit break stuff.
Heck yeah.
And the AI thinks that is me, Scott Rizzuto's Thursday morning music.
And is it right or wrong?
Like break stuff from Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I mean, is the AI correct or is it wrong?
He is correct, yes.
Well, what is it about Thursdays that makes you want to break stuff?
I don't know. I don't know why the AI thinks that I...
Thursdays are the toughest day. With this job,
think
Thursday,
so?
oh, for sure.
I love Thursdays.
I love Mondays. You know, most people hate Mondays. I love Mondays because
They're fine.
we finally actually maybe slept on a good weekend. Maybe we got some actual sleep. So I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I love my job. This is great. Monday's fine. Tuesday's fine too. I'm still kind of riding high from Monday and the energetic weekend. Wednesday, okay, I'm sure I got something to do today. Thursday, I am dead from no sleep for 4 nights now. There's no consolation. It's not the weekend yet. We're not talking about Friday or the weekend plans or any of that. Thursdays are tough.
But it's so close. To me, it's Tuesday that sucks.
No,
because I still
Thursdays
got
are
Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Thursday, and Friday.
Tuesday is scientifically proven to be the most depressing day of the week.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm like still like grooving. I'm like still like.
Well, you're a weird guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Weird guy, Ace.
Think about this. Monday, you're back. You're well rested from the weekend, ready to take on the week.
Yeah.
Tuesday is like, oh, man, the weekend's
Yeah.
the weekend's far
I know what
away.
you're saying, but I'm usually like still in business mode on Tuesday, and the way that I've like time blocked everything, it's Naked Tuesday, so I have something to look forward to. Tuesdays.
He walks around naked around his house with
It's
his wife
been
on
years.
Tuesdays.
It's been years.
I love that for you.
But that was a
His
tradition.
parents come over. It's a good time.
Extended family Naked
Oh,
Tuesday.
well, in my house, it's cruise around Thursday, where I cruise around my house in my boxer briefs,
Listening to Limp Bizkit.
listening to Limp Bizkit.
Breaking stuff.
Breaking stuff.
Do you walk around your house in your underwear?
No, not anymore. Nope.
Oh, he got stepkids at home.
Yeah, I mean
That'd be a little weird.
Kids are old enough like where it's weird regardless.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do it.
No.
Well, I think it's
Never
one thing if it's your flesh and blood, another if it's step.
Yeah.
too.
But also like I mean like it's the age. So now my
Yeah.
daughter now my daughter's 15 and like she don't want to see that.
No, I get it, but it's still my house, so you have to deal with it.
You're asserting your dominance by
Basically,
I guess so.
like I'll get into bed and I go, oh, I forgot a glass of water.
Yeah.
So
like-
I'll get up. Why should I throw on pants?
Right. Well, if it's
I'm
in the
not
middle-
walking around naked.
If it's in the middle of the night or something, sure.
No, I go to sleep at 8:30.
Yeah.
Everybody's still up.
Tell you what, man.
So I'm gonna cruise downstairs in my tight boxer briefs.
I think my dad's stoked that he had 2 sons because it was underwear or nothing. I'm not trying to call out, Papa Moon here, but it was like he didn't care.
Listen, I had a buddy.
And we didn't care either. It was just like, a bunch of
normal.
dudes and mom.
I had a buddy up the street, Eric, growing up. his parents both walked around in their underwear.
That's
Both mom and dad.
When he was there, but when you were there too?
No, well, you couldn't show up at Eric's house unannounced.
Oh, so they were nonstop.
Nonstop.
Wow.
Wow.
Like nonstop.
What a life.
Like you had to call Eric before you came
Just in case
to Eric's
Nas
house.
Interlace.
Every once in a while, you'd see Eric's dad go around a corner. Up there's Eric's dad
No
in
way.
his tidy whities.
Yeah, that was always funny when you saw a friend's dad in his tidy whities come in and yell at you guys, go to bed. Like, that's
Yeah.
your
And
dad.
then you just stamp and you giggle because he was in his undies.
Well, there are also the dads that walk around with their shirts off all the time.
Or, you know, like in every movie, everybody always like wraps a towel around them. I never knew what that was. I would always see that and go, wow, how do you do that? Because I never saw that in my household. And it was a small house and it only had one shower. My parents still live there. There's only one shower and it's not attached to a bedroom. It's in the hallway. So, you know, anytime somebody was going from a shower to a bedroom, not anybody, pops. And it was just like well,
He was just freeballing it?
Did
yeah, sometimes.
your dad, or did you have any friends, or all of you, was your dad somebody who walked around
Oh, no.
with their
never.
shirt off?
No.
No.
No, we're talking about
My father-in-law.
only family here.
My father-in-law is constantly without a shirt in his house, in his house and my house.
See, I got that.
And my house.
I got that plenty from the neighbor. In fact, I never saw the neighbor wear a shirt. Cutting grass, walking dog, hanging outside, moving on, working on the truck, working on whatever. Never, ever did he have a shirt. And he was always sweaty. And this man had hair, like an equal amount of hair, everywhere. Shoulders, nipples,
Yeah.
belly.
Built-in shirt.
And he had,
Nice.
so he was wearing a shirt. And he had this beautifully perfect, didn't look real
Beer belly?
beer belly. I mean, this
That's
man,
great.
I mean, I always
That's the
saw
kind of man
him
you want.
moving. So it's like, his legs were like normal size, kind of muscular, like he had normal arms, normal head,
And I'm
normal neck,
sure-
and he just had this bulging barrel.
After like mowing the lawn, it's glistening.
Yeah, he was always glistening. He was always glistening. He was
Like he's always wet.
15 shades darker than natural.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was just like always in the sun, always out there with
Probably a
his
happy dude,
glistening
too.
hair.
That was my dad. He was, he's a hillbilly from the southwest or southeast part of Missouri. So he grew up where shirts were probably rare to own. But anyways,
No shirts.
yeah, he didn't have running water till he was in high school. But yeah, he would always work out there with no shirt on. And if it was in the house and it was hot, he was walking around no shirt.
Yeah.
No
He was a hillbilly through and through.
No shirt, and this guy had the classic bike shorts. What are they called? Bikey or
The coach shorts?
Yeah, that said like BIKE. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
They're
name
like,
brand.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah,
You
must-
don't remember the
Bikey.
coach shorts?
Bike.
Like
I always
the
called him
like-
Bikey or whatever.
They had two buttons on the top, and they just said
Oh, yeah.
BIKE, and they were like
I don't know
Weird
what those
fabric that
neoprene.
itches.
They're almost high-waisted.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Looking at these
Yeah.
pictures, yeah.
I know.
Your
I know what
cheeks
you're
kinda
talking
hang
about.
out the bottom.
I know what you're talking about. They're tight.
Yeah, they're tight,
They're short shorts, but they're not.
but they weren't.
They're not like.
They're very.
They're not like
They
Daisy
are
Dukes.
short.
No, they're coach-
No, they're
Everybody-
short for a man in
They're short
today's
for a man.
standards.
Yeah. But you tuck your polo into that, and they also, if you bought one, I think you got a free whistle. So it's a pretty good deal.
I mean, yeah,
this is
they were
gym-
football
This is
courts.
stereotypical
Yeah.
80s, late 70s gym teacher.
Yes, and what do you know? My dad, who was a football coach for years and years, he had tons of these too. But that guy was always just shirtless with bike shorts or bikey. You can't say bike shorts. You can't even look them up because what do you get? You get cycling shorts, and that's not what we're talking about.
Vintage 80s.
That's what is that brand gone?
Vintage 80s coach shorts.
They were like early compression shorts, but they looked like they were hot and didn't breathe.
Watch Dazed and Confused, the movie, and the football coaches all have them on.
Yeah,
They're like light blue ones.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
There was a light blue. There was a maroon. If you were crazy, man, you had the gold ones.
Ooh.
Well, speaking of clothes, I crossed the line yesterday, and I don't think I'm coming back from it.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Well, it had to do with my son. And I don't think I'm cool dad anymore, guys. That's it. It's over.
I'm sorry.
That's it. As of 9/20/23, I'm no longer cool dad. It's
Doggone
my
it.
boy.
Huh.
I was tasked with picking him up from school yesterday,
Oh,
bringing him down to hockey practice. No, it's not that he didn't want to be seen with me.
Oh,
That's coming.
that's what I thought.
That's the next step.
Yeah.
That's the next step. So my wife said, hey, make sure he has in his hockey bag an extra shirt because we gotta go somewhere after. I said, what shirt should I grab? Well, go up to his room, go into one of his drawers, and just grab any T-shirt, and he'll wear it. Okay. Pick him up from school. Boy, gonna bring in hockey practice, but after you're done, I got a shirt for you. Mom wants you to wear it. He goes, I'm not wearing that shirt. I go, why? He goes, it says awesome sauce on it. He goes, I'm not wearing an awesome sauce shirt. It was like a stupid, T-shirt with the words awesome sauce on it.
He's outgrown the awesome sauce.
I go, why will you not wear the awesome sauce shirt? And he goes, Dad. He goes, it's dorky. And the kids on the varsity team will razz me. I go, I'd wear the awesome sauce shirt.
Yeah,
you're cool, man.
That's why
I go, I would wear the awesome sauce shirt. And you know what he said? Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and
man.
I went, whoa.
Yep.
We sat in silence for the car ride.
He got you.
He got me, and that's it. That's it. I'm not coming back from that.
That connection severed.
That's it.
It's okay. It'll come back. It'll be like 26, and it'll be like, yo.
Yeah, I guess it'll start.
We can share
come
shirts
back at
again,
some
Dad.
point.
Yeah, because this is that Simpsons episode where Marge and Homer are trying to relate to their kids because they think they're still cool, and obviously they're not. They're awesome sauce.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a cool shirt.
Dude, yeah.
That's awesome sauce.
I'm like, it's a cool shirt. He goes,
I wish it fit me.
So yeah, when he's an adult, that'll kind of come back in style because it'll be funny to.
He goes, Dad, it's dorky. I go, and that's when I go, whoa, man, it's a cool shirt.
But I'm cool and it's cool. How could it be dorky?
So he's by proxy saying you are uncool, Dad.
I think so, and that's the way I took it. As I'm wearing a Taco John shirt with a picture of a taco on the front. And I looked down and I go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He goes,
cool.
and when it went, exactly. After I said, I'd wear it. And he goes, yeah, exactly.
You were just missing these baby blue coach shorts.
And I would wear those.
Those are nice.
I would wear the coaching shorts. But I'm not going to say it broke my heart because it didn't.
I don't know. I feel like there's a tinge of pain.
It didn't. There was a little pain, and we did sit in silence for the entire car ride. As I even turned down the radio.
Ooh, that's a big dad move.
Were you worried that your music wasn't cool, or what was that for?
No, I just felt like I needed to reflect on that moment.
Like, wow, you need to have a nice little funeral in the car ride, basically. Of this is an era that is gone now. This is the end.
Yeah, I'm not saying my feelings were hurt. I just know that was a moment where things changed.
You know, it's nice. I mean, I know it's heartbreaking. It can make your heart ache a little bit, but it is nice to know when things change.
9/20/23.
Yeah, I mean, you have a date and a time. You have a moment, an instance when you know that things change. But my wife and I were just having this conversation yesterday because she's like, oh, I'm worried about the kids. I'm thinking about this. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, this is the age. Like, this is the age when we're going to worry about that for a whole gap. And I said, 13 to 23. It's rough times. Rough times. It ain't the same as 8 to 12. It's not the same. They're not the same. The relationship is not the same. Your duties are not the same. And she's like, that is a really sad 10 years. Can be. Can be.
Yeah. Yeah. So I put the awesome sauce shirt
I can imagine you throwing it out the window.
out the window.
Fine. It's not good to wear today. Nobody gets it.
Tossed it out the window. It's somewhere on 109. But
See the shirt I'm wearing?
I said, son, you're going to be all sweaty and disgusting after your hockey practice. You need to go somewhere else after this. So would not put on the awesome sauce shirt.
So he was just sweaty and stinky.
Yeah. And he got in the car after. I go, see, you're ripe. Open up all the windows. I have a clean, awesome sauce shirt in the back. If you want it.
Did you offer to turn inside out?
Refused to wear it. Refused.
Now
Refused.
see if you can get him. Say, okay, we're getting rid of that shirt, and see if he wants to, or if he gets all.
Hey, and that was
Clean
just
to it.
for the ride home, right?
Well, he had to go somewhere after.
Oh, okay.
Where there's cool kids.
That makes more sense.
Well, he was doing stuff with the hockey team. They had to go decorate the the homecoming float.
Well, they didn't razz him for being stinky?
They all stink. All of them.
Okay.
Every last one of them, they stink. And they smell, too. Remember back when you were a kid, now thinking about this, hey, man, you wear what mom and dad tell you to wear. Mom and dad lay out your clothes, and there's an independence now where I'm not wearing the awesome sauce shirt. Okay? But remember as a kid, you had your first sip of coffee or beer, and maybe you pretended to like it because adults loved it so much, but really, hey, Dad, can I get a sip of your whiskey? And that face they make. You probably did not really enjoy that first sip of beer you took. Right? Do you remember that?
That's an acquired taste.
I was an adult.
Oh, yeah.
I was a little kid. My buddy, I'm going to throw him under a bus here, but Josh, across the street from my grandma, his dad left and they had beer down in the basement. So we were probably 8 or something, and we went and grabbed a can, and we tried each a sip, and it was the grossest thing on the planet. So we ran like miles down the road to hide it underneath some brush. As if I don't know, we were so worried we were going to get arrested or something.
Well, people were talking about things that people hate when they're kids, but then they love it as an adult. So maybe that awesome sauce shirt, well, as an adult, he'll like the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Things come around.
Things do come around. And I was thinking about some of these things. So things that we hated as kids, but as an adult, we're okay with it. My number one, water. Water.
Yeah.
As a kid, drinking water,
It was obnoxious.
it was obnoxious.
It was.
Now,
It was a wait. But you have introduced me to Gatorade and
I
Dr.
have
Pepper.
Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah. Why would I
I've
waste my
got-
time?
Sunny D.
I've got, yeah.
Capri
I've got
Sun?
fruit juices or whatever variety.
Yeah.
You want me to drink water? Are you out of your mind? Now, as an adult,
All day.
all day. All day. 8 classes, all day. My pee is clear. I'm hydrated.
I love that for you.
Being home and have nothing to do.
Oh, it's the best.
Love it. Love it. As a kid,
I'm so bored.
I'm so bored.
Mom.
Nobody's invited me out. I feel like a dork. Okay, as a kid, being home sucks. As an adult, love it. I love being home because all my stuff's there. Number 3, getting socks as a gift. Or any kind of practical item.
Because then that's money I don't have to spend on said practical items. I can spend it on fun stuff.
As a kid, you get socks for Christmas. We used to call those getting the goods.
You got the goods again.
Underwear and socks, those are the goods. Not good as a kid,
Nope.
because like, oh, man.
Did your parents wrap them or put them in a
Oh,
stove?
they were wrapped.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't-
mine too. They always laughed whenever you'd open it. They're like, ha ha.
Well, you knew what they were because it was
Yeah.
like, you know,
Like,
Squishy.
a 6-pack.
Ours were separately wrapped, and guys, they weren't just like clothes. They were clothes that were, and I didn't realize this till I was older, but they were like, okay, let's see, Clark, let's open yours, and he would open his, and it was parrots on the shirt, and then mine was save the whales, and then the next one was tree frogs, and you know what we were getting? We were getting National Geographic like subscriber gifts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff in cereal boxes. They do it for magazines too. And
so they didn't
that's-
give you the Sports Illustrated football phone, but they gave you that.
I never got the football phone. I
Yeah,
remember
nor did
that.
I. Only my rich friends had that.
My dad did not have Sports Illustrated, but he had every like
Jeez.
nature, magazine or any of that kind of stuff. So the Nat Geo ones, anything that came to a science department had at a high school that had free gifts attached. Those were my Christmas presents.
I did have the football phone, but I didn't have a line. I didn't have a line in my room.
But still, just
That's
to
still
have
cool
that,
to
that's
have that.
clout, man.
You had that? That
Tell
was
your
I
so cool.
had the football phone,
What?
Dude,
but I never had anything to plug it into.
Dude,
Rizz,
that's
this
worth
is
like
what you tell your
$1,000.
kid. He'll be so impressed, and all his friends won't even care if you wear awesome sauce. He's like, dude, he had a football phone. I'm like, whoa.
Dude, having a phone line in your room was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my dad worked for the phone company, so even our bathrooms had phones in them. They were everywhere in our house.
Did you have a phone in your room as a kid?
I did. It
Oh,
wasn't my
man.
own like phone number, but I had a phone.
You had a phone in your room.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
I remember a couple kids in high school had their own lines, like their own
Oh,
Yeah.
God. No.
phone numbers. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, remember they started rolling that out where,
it's like a
there's this-
package.
Yeah, because my dad got all that stuff for free, so our house was loaded with all the goodies.
Get a second line. Well,
Yeah.
but
He didn't have running
originally-
water till he was in high school. But you had a phone in your bathroom.
Well, I worked for the phone company.
Originally, the second line, remember, was for like the computer. If you had a computer and you had to hook it up, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
wouldn't have to get off the phone and hear the.
Yeah, that's why we got the second one.
Yeah, but then it turned into like the teen line.
Well, that was the modem. Yeah, the line for the modem.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah, but then I would give out that number as like my number.
This is my private line.
That was like my number. Somebody said taking naps. Man,
Yes.
love taking naps now. As a kid, of course. If you have a toddler at home, you know the way that is. They love that.
Easy. Yeah.
Eating leftovers. Love me some leftovers.
Yeah, me too.
That means you don't have to put in work.
Yeah. But as a kid, what's for dinner? Leftovers. Oh.
No.
That's funny.
I didn't like it yesterday. What makes you think I'm going to like it today? Although there are some things that taste better the next day. I was having this discussion with somebody else. Chili is better the next day.
Oh, heck yeah. Everything.
Chili is better the next day.
Lasagna.
Lasagna, spaghetti, anything
lasagna
with red
all
sauce.
Thanksgiving
it soaks in. Oh,
foods.
shepherd's
Anything on
pie.
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Lasagna
Oh,
sets up
shepherd's pie. Dang.
better the next day.
And soups.
Yeah, lasagna's great, especially because you can always get exactly what you want because when you're cutting the piece out, you're cutting it when it's cold. So it's like you're cutting cake, baby.
Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah, it's all
reheating
set
it
up.
somewhere. Oh, gosh.
Slices nicely.
It's the best.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do with a lasagna and go right out of the oven, let's start cutting it. It's going to fall apart. Have some self-control.
Yeah.
Wait 15 minutes. You try cutting that, it's going to all fall apart.
It's a floppy
Yeah.
mess.
Eating vegetables as a kid, bleh.
Lame.
As an adult, like Brussels sprouts, okay.
Remember, though, we didn't we discover that they have changed those?
Well, yeah, genetically.
Yeah, they took out the
genetically
bitterness.
modified,
So we
to taste better.
We weren't just like snotty kids. Like that stuff tasted
But even
like
like-
crap in the 80s.
Broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli. I didn't
Hell
get-
yeah.
Broccoli. I
We're
had
having
to
roasted
cover.
broccoli tonight?
There's a few
Yes.
times whenever I got the Popeyes spinach can, and then I was really excited to eat that.
Oh, the wet spinach in the can.
Yeah, but remember he had his own. They had the Popeye brand.
Yeah.
Every once in a rare while, and I thought, dude, this is legit.
You were just hoping
I'll
you'd get
eat
your
that.
own olive oil.
Yeah.
Although so we had corn in a can as a kid,
Oh, heck yeah. I love corn in a can.
and if we had spinach, they came in the frozen bricks.
Oh, right. Yeah. We still have that.
Yeah, they still sell the frozen bricks of spinach.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
like
bird's
a-
eye.
Bird's eye,
Yeah.
or Green Giant.
Oh, good old Jolly Green. Those were good commercials, man.
They're so wet though. Like when you thaw those out, they're so wet. They're good for like a spinach dip.
Yeah. You put that in things that you don't mind it being wet and
Right, but that's
shriveled.
what we'd have. Spinach. Okay, so wet. Okay, going to sleep early. Yep. As a kid, nope. Mm-hmm. Grocery shopping. Yep. As an adult, as a kid, we talked about this yesterday. You were dragged there.
Yeah, like 3 times a week. I felt like I was dragged there.
It kind of feels the same now.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
but
what?
now
I
they
don't see
have-
kids in shopping.
No, I'm
in
saying that
supermarkets anymore.
Just going, you're kind of like, I'd rather be doing something else than throwing things in a cart. And
Yeah, but you can do
waiting
like
in
grocery
lines.
pickup now. It's so convenient.
Oh, you don't like grocery shopping?
I mean, I don't mind it.
I
but
like it. You know
I'd
why?
rather
Because I
do
get
something
whatever the
else.
hell I want.
I'd
True.
rather be outside playing.
But do you do it often? Do you do it every time? I feel like we don't mind it when it's like a special thing, but if you have to do it, it's obnoxious.
I never mind going to the grocery store. Never.
Are you
Love it.
like a one trip
Love
a
it.
week to get everything, or do you just go a little bit here and there as you need
Maybe
stuff?
maybe we'll go like 3 times a week.
3 times a week?
Dang.
You're going to the grocery store 3 times
My
a week?
wife will go, if I need to pick up a particular ingredient. But I'll go 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow.
I don't mind. If I got a hankering for something, you know why? Because I'm an adult and I can get whatever the hell I want. If I want to get Frosted Flakes, I'll get Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, and now cereal.
And nobody's going to
sauce.
tell me no.
Now cereal's dwindling. We talked
Yeah,
about it
it's
yesterday.
awesome.
But it is noticeable that, man, when we used to go to, I remember my mom used to drag me grocery shopping, or as she would call it, food shopping, on like Saturday morning. And you'd see other kids there too, because they were dragged along to go food shopping on a Saturday. Now, I don't see that anymore, unless I'm going at different times. I don't see many kids in grocery stores anymore.
Yeah, I
Well,
never
you
really
work
do.
weird hours, so kids are probably in school
That's
when you're
true.
there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great point.
Good point. And then in New York, did you guys have the big Walmarts that we have here?
No.
Because
The
that
super
was
ones?
awesome. When you were a kid and you got to go there, you just ran to the toy aisle, and there was all the kids that were dragged with their parents. You would all just be in the toy aisle making friends and playing with stuff.
So what was great about that is when I was growing up and I'd go to Walmart with my brother and my grandmother, we were super smart and we brought walkie-talkies so we could still
wow.
communicate
Cool.
with Nana and find meet
That's
up.
cool.
Let's meet at the electronics. Over.
Wow.
No, we didn't have Walmart. What do we have? We had stores where you'd run to the toy section.
And my other big joy at those stores at Kmart or Walmart was about 15, 20 minutes after I left my mom, I would run up to the front and pretend I was lost so they'd have to page her. And I'd say her name. And she
You
had
did
to
that
come
on
up
purpose?
front.
I could totally see
Yeah.
Who
that.
lost their ginger?
All right, things we hated as kids but love as adults. Family dinners. Family dinners.
Oh, I think I loved those as a kid too.
As a kid, I didn't appreciate them because we ate together every night. Every night. We got to wait till your father gets home. Dinner would be held off until everybody was home, and that was very important. I didn't realize the significance of it until as an adult. I find it's very important for us too. Last night, my wife was like, me and the girl are going to eat because I got to, she had to go somewhere herself. I'm like, I guess I'll eat over the sink again by myself.
Dude, we tried to. There was a few years ago there where we were able to do it every single night, but now, man, everybody's going in so many different directions. It's like once a week.
We try our darndest. We try our darndest to eat together as a family every night.
I'm starting to get to a point where I don't enjoy eating dinner on the couch. Since this is my wife and I, no kids or anything, we have done that a ton, and I'd much rather be at a table to eat. I don't know why. But I'm starting to enjoy the quietness of that and not the constant dumb advertisement you don't want to see.
As a kid, you hated yard work. Now as an adult, like, hey, man,
Yeah. Well, now there's some
got a
pride.
Saturday morning.
Now
Gonna
there's
pull some weeds. Pretty excited.
There's some pride to it.
Yeah. Yeah. How about as a kid, you hated carrot cake?
Oh,
Well,
anytime you anticipated dessert and it was something that you didn't choose, it was always the biggest letdown. Any dessert, like if you're like, oh God, we're gonna have cookies,
Yeah.
And then they
we
have
get there.
raisins.
Yeah, and then it's something else, and you're just like, oh no, it's something you're personally offended. You're just let down as
You
somebody
go to
took
dinner at
something from
somebody's
you.
house, and this dessert after, and what'd they get? Carrot cake. What? You go,
I don't eat carrots.
who makes a cake out of carrots?
I don't do vegetables.
Why?
If they named it anything else, the kids would probably
Why?
be fine.
And now as an adult, you go, damn, carrot cake.
yeah.
Woo!
You ever go
Carrot
to
cake is good.
You ever go to a friend's house and like, hey, you can stay for dinner. Call your mom, see if you can stay for dinner. And you stay for dinner, and it's a food that you don't like. You never, ever stay for dinner again. Maybe it was just that one meal that they had Brussels sprouts, or that one
They
meal.
probably
that they
ask
had
me at
carrot
the time,
cake.
what does he hate?
I
What do you
s-
see him not eat at school?
I
Okay,
still
we're having
remember
that.
the house, what it looks like. It was a friend. I mean, I was friends with this dude for years. We were in scouts together and everything, and I had one dinner at his house, and his mom made something that I was just like, I can't eat this.
Do kids still ask to stay over for dinner at other families' houses? It used to be a thing. Can I stay for dinner?
That was funny.
Oh, we were taught to never ask.
Yeah, we were always invited.
Yeah, you had to be invited, and then you had to ask your parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could never ask like, "Hey, can I come over to your house?" or "Can I come over? Can I stay for dinner?"
Yeah.
We were never allowed to do that.
Or if you were offered, hey, you want to stay for dinner?
If you were offered, then as
Then
long
I
as
have
you
to
got
call
permission,
home
you
and
could
ask my
stay.
parents.
But I remember the friend, and I forgot what the mom made, but like she was probably a really good cook. Probably made us something great. I was just like, a super picky eater, and I was like, oh, I'll never,
and listen-
never have dinner at your house again, and I never did.
You know the way I am, especially with making food.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Was it A1 for a steak? Get out of my house. I don't know how many
Flavor?
kids would be of friends of my kids. They'd stay for dinner. They'd get up, and they wouldn't eat anything, or they'd
Yep.
push something around, and that, without fail, every time, say to my wife, "What the hell's wrong with these kids? What the hell's wrong with this kid?"
Yeah. We've had a few friends that come over and stay for a dinner, and they won't eat anything. And I'll be like, "Hey, you're not like that? You okay? When your mommy makes something else?" And they're always like, No, I just wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
They don't want to be a
Like,
bother.
sure.
And then they're
Okay.
starving in the middle
What do
of
you
the
eat
night.
at home? And 9 times out of 10, it's kids who, they only eat like 3 things. Well, everybody's having steak, but I'm having chicken nuggets because my mom's a short order cook.
Yeah, that's how I was, man.
Because we got into bad habits.
I was probably over there and I saw the meal that they served and I said, "Do you have any Chef Boyardee mini raviolis, perhaps?"
No, here's what we're having. Hope you like meatloaf and string beans because that's it.
Mini raviolis were always stocked. Chef Boyardee mini ravioli. We had it in my house.
Dream.
We had probably had a stack of 10 of them because that was my backup. Like, I don't do shepherd's pie, Ma. Okay, Chef Boyardee.
Sure.
Here's your mini ravioli.
Hardware store is another one. As a kid, you go, I go to the hardware store. I'm going to Sears? Why? Now I'm like, Ace is the place. I love it. Okay, which goes to this next study was done. At what age are people the happiest? What age are people their happiest? Now, it's a seemingly simple question that's been studied extensively over the past decades.
We're counting childhood?
And a definitive answer has long been elusive. Yeah, we're counting kids to when you die.
You know what? I feel like this is a currently changing number.
Yeah.
I feel like for the past like 60, there was probably about 50, 60 years there where the number was probably steady, and it's shifting right now.
And
Well, I will tell
is this a peak thing where you hit that and then it goes back down, or is it a constant?
Oh, there's an ebb and flow to it. So in this study, and again, a very big study, the researchers examined trends in, and it is subjective, in well-being over the lifespan of 460,000 participants.
Wow.
So they studied the lives
And this is recent.
of
This
460,000 participants, yes.
last 3 years, last 4 years.
Yes.
'Cause,
And
man,
they focused on 3 central components: life satisfaction, positive emotional states, and negative emotional states.
I would bet you if you did this study in 1986, it'd be like 35 or 36 years old.
This is a worldwide study. So this is a
Ooh,
worldwide
that's
study.
going to mix things up. If it was just America, I think it would make me think one thing, but the whole world?
Yeah, see, I think it's decreased. I bet it used to be older. Where
Oh,
it's up
no,
in the
I think-
60s. I think it's down to
I
now.
bet it
I
used
think
to be
people
younger.
are so happy to be in existence and healthy. So I think getting
No
outside and all that, I'm going to say 41.
I go totally the opposite. I think it was a lot easier to be happier in your 30s before.
Oh,
now.
all the financial
And
stress.
I think now everything is so much more difficult on 20-somethings and 30-somethings that I'm going to go ahead and say 51.
No,
36.
no. We're the happiest at 70.
70?
Holy smokes.
We're the happiest at 70.
70 is the new
And
80.
here's no, it's not like in your 30s you're not happy. As a matter of fact, so birth to age 9, it's ignorance. You don't know what the hell's going on. So I guess you're happy.
Well, there's a point that changes.
Yeah, that changes the age of 9. 9 to 16. Between the ages of 9 and 16, your life satisfaction decreases.
That checks out.
Totally checks out.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that in a second.
Things get serious. Things start getting heavy.
So birth, happy, happy, happy. Age 9, sad, till 16. Then at 16, your life satisfaction keeps going up until the age of 70, where it's kind of like peak, like, this is it. I'm happy. This is the happiest I'm going to be. And then from 70, it starts going down. And there is another number where it starts to go up again.
Oh, no. Oh,
And
up
that's
again.
96. For those who make it to 96,
Yeah, because everybody's congratulating them.
yeah, that's it.
Wow, you're 96? Congratulations.
And now they get mentioned in the paper every year.
Yo, 96 is so
Dolores
dope.
is
Can you
96.
So
imagine? That's what I'm
70 to
shooting for.
96, it's like, as you get sadder as
All your friends are dying.
life satisfaction goes down, and then 96, you're okay, I'm 96.
See, that's where if you're competitive, that it gets really fun because you just, all your buddies and stuff die. And I'm like, told you I was going to beat you. It's like everybody. You just get more excited with it.
Yeah, and the research attribute the slight decline, and it's slight decline from 9 to 16. I mean, that's puberty.
Scott and his friend group, they're all going to funerals collecting trophies or something.
Yeah!
I'm just here to say bye and collect a trophy.
So that's all, 9 to 16 is all puberty. That's all body changing.
Yeah.
That's all.
You're realizing that the world isn't what you thought it was at 8 years old. I mean, like, it's all, that's a heavy time,
those are heavy.
boy.
Those are heavy years.
And it's also weird because one day you wear that awesome sauce shirt, no one says anything. Next day, you're the biggest joke in all of school. And you're, dude, what?
Yeah,
I wore that 2 days
Dad,
ago.
I'm going to be 15. You think I'm going to be wearing this awesome sauce shirt?
And you know what? That honestly kind of defines my childhood. Is I was always a few years behind. I always did not understand. Wait. Why are we not wearing striped socks up to our knees now? Wait. What? Why am I uncool for having an Adidas jacket? Why am I like? I was always just a few years behind because I could never figure out. And you're right, man. At 9 years old, nothing matters. Everything is good. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter what where I'm going today. It's a great life.
Mom and Dad are still the coolest.
And all of a sudden, you're 14 years old, and now everything matters. How my hair looks today.
Oh, yeah.
What I smell like, what my shoes look like, how I tied my shoes, how I tight rolled my jeans. Oh, I'm not tight rolling anymore. That's uncool. God dang it! Like nobody told me.
And then suddenly, boyfriends, girlfriends, like you're like, oh, I gotta impress the person.
Yeah, you start
I need a
noticing.
friend.
Yeah.
Dude, it's wild. It's wild. My kids are all right in the middle of that.
So that does check out 9
tornado.
to 16 is. And then in very late adult, and then from 16 on, in your mind, life is getting better.
Well, you start to acquire things too. You start to acquire skills. You start to acquire some knowledge. You get a license. You get a job. You get things start to happen in ways that
I think it's life experience.
Yeah. But you're also you're recognizing reward. So you're doing something, and I'm working. I'm going to school every day. Oh, and now I have a diploma, and now I'm working, and I have a paycheck, and now I'm doing something. There's
and then at 70 the wheels fall off. 70 the wheels fall off because then you're realizing, boy, it's on the back. I'm on the back nine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really on the back nine.
It's getting harder to jump off of high objects then.
They say physical performance decreases, health deteriorates, social contacts diminish, you're collecting funeral cards.
Jeez. You remember that difference, though, between 15 and 16? 15 is like you're working your butt off, you're doing all this stuff, but there's no reward. 16, all of a sudden, you got a license, you probably got a job.
It had completely less to do with the license.
Pretty cool, but
everything changes.
The way I kind of felt like I was 16, probably around 13 or 14, because all my friends lived really far from me, so I'd ride my bike over there, and it felt like I kind of had my own car.
Yeah, but there's one thing of when you are 16, actually getting behind the wheel of an automobile.
Yep, and honking that horn for the first time.
Autonomy.
When you turned driving age, did you want to get your license right away?
No, I was terrified of driving.
What's wrong with you?
I know, I was a weirdo.
Should be. It's a freaking murder zone out there. This is a dangerous place, the road.
Yeah, but as a kid, you don't realize that.
No, and then my driver's ed teacher, God bless him, he had gotten into an accident decades prior, so his legs didn't work. So he had a scooter, and his brake was a handbrake with a PVC pipe. And I remember one day we're going out driving, and he had me actually drive to his house because he was picking up his boat to bring to the shipyard or something. And he had me drive his scooter too. And it was just the weirdest driver's ed experience.
So you had a driver's ed teacher who did not have use of his legs?
Yeah, correct.
You got to learn how to drive.
Wild.
I know. And then both my parents had really big vehicles, and they just made me so uncomfortable to drive. There was my stepmom had a big Dodge Envoy that had third row seating. Yeah. My dad had a big Dodge truck, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with either one of these.
Yeah, but if you can learn how to drive those, you're so much more comfortable with everything else.
Yeah, my first car was the 83 Fleetwood Cadillac, so it was a boat. Oof. I did my driver's test in it, but the reason I didn't want to get mine, I put off my permit for as long as I could, is because around that time our cousin was killed in a car wreck. And so I got my permit a month before I got my license.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to I'm like, I don't need it. I don't want it.
For me, it was freedom. And for my friends and people of my age, it was all about freedom.
Yeah.
It was getting the hell out of the house and
Well, I got a permit sticker
where I want to go
on my car right now because we have a permit driver. I tell you, man, it's frightening. And she was really, I mean, it's a big Jeep, and she was kind of like freaked out about it. And I was like, man, that makes me more comfortable. I want you to get comfortable with this, so you're comfortable with whatever car it is that you're going to be driving.
Sure, if you can drive.
Yeah.
I want you to learn how to park.
If you can drive this, you can pretty much drive anything.
Yeah,
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Same idea.
That's right, Leanne. It's 96 going to be so awesome sauce. When I turn 96, that's right. Some local stories making the rounds. Budweiser headline: Budweiser not going to cut off the tails of its famous Clydesdale horses anymore. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So they're not cutting the tails off, right? You're just talking about.
It's called docking.
Yeah, but
docking's something different, but okay.
But docking is
In a non-sexual way.
docking can be just cutting the hair. You're not talking about the bone as well, like they do with dogs and like Dobermans and things.
Well, here's the article here. Budweiser has featured the horses, the Clydesdales, with their ubiquitous white feathered legs and its ad campaigns for decades, from the holidays to the Super Bowl. But the practice of a quote-unquote docking, non-sexual, which is when the tail's hair is cut short and which can result in parts of the tailbone being shaved off, has long been under fire from animal rights groups.
Is it just an aesthetic thing?
In a statement, Anheuser-Busch said the practice of equine tail docking was discontinued earlier this year.
It can be aesthetic, but normally with those like carriage horses, they did it because it doesn't get tangled in all of the carriage stuff. You have all the harnesses and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of times, if you have horses like task horses like that are working a long time, you got the poop scoop bucket that catches the road apples. And you also don't want the hair in that.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And the glue factories will pay more if they have the tail.
Well, KMOV, and their article on this, they said large draft horses like Clydesdale, Shires, and Percherons, I don't know what that is, frequently have the bony part of their tail amputated to a length of about 6 inches.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The process is called docking and often is performed on foals using a special constricting band. The American Veterinary Medical Association explains on the website the association condemns the policy. The purpose is to prevent the tail from interfering with the harness and carriage, like you said. But opponents argue it's unnecessary. And this practice is now banned in a couple countries, including Belgium, Finland, as well as some U.S. states.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
You could braid the hair and
just keep the hair
keep
short.
it out of the way.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Now they still do it with dogs. Doberman pinches, they dock ears, they dock tails. Right? I mean, isn't that like that's still
That's a thing.
It's still a common practice.
Yeah.
Because I had a miniature pincher once, and I remember beforehand they said something like, "Well, we only have docked ones," which I didn't know what that was, so I had to ask, and I felt weird having a dog that had a docked tail, but I had no say in it. And then when they gave us the dog, they said, "Hey, you're supposed to have the ears." I don't know if it's called docked or something else. And they said, "So here's the appointment. Take the dog here, and they'll cut their ears." And I was like, "Hell no!"
I don't want to do that.
We were talking about this in the office, and we started talking about dogs, and I go, Cat the dog has a short little stubby tail. Did they do that to her when she was born?
I don't know how true this is. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to be disappointed. But supposedly, a lot of Aussies.
Some are born like that.
Yeah.
Now.
So I'm just pretend that mine had that.
Some are born like that.
And they're both okay.
Yeah,
so we had the option. They told us to do like you see Dobermans with like the tiny little short like ears, like those are cut. Those are like docked that way most of the time. I'm sure Doberman owners are going to come at me if I'm wrong here, but like they told us, hey, take this dog and they'll cut the ears, and we said no. So he kind of looked weird because he looked like a Doberman with big old ears. He didn't have the typical like we're going to hunt you down guard dog ears. Because they cut those or dock them or whatever they're called.
Well, the American Veterinary Medical Association said this docking thing has become, quote, cosmetically fashionable in some breeds for competitions or shows. And the association said it has been widely suggested that veterinarians should not perform surgeries that are not medically necessary. 10 states have banned the docking of horses' tails. So Budweiser says, AB says, nope, we ain't doing this anymore.
Kyle on the chat here says that I guess that they were told that docking was necessary on boxers, because boxers have the little stub,
little stubby tails.
Little stub. But Kyle said he got a rescue boxer that had a long tail, and they left it, and they love it. I've never seen a boxer with a tail.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
All right, ears get cropped, tails get docked.
Hey, listen, we're getting. Oh yeah, cropped. Thank you, cropped. Hey,
That makes it sound even worse.
Yeah.
That makes it sound even worse.
You see, you know what I'm talking about, right? With the Doberman.
Oh
ears?
yeah. And with this way they stick straight up, right? With Dobermans.
Yeah, and they're like pointy. They look like blades.
Yes, to make them look more badass.
Instead
I get
of
it.
Nerds. If they had big ears, they'd be nerds.
I don't know what it is, and I'm
Awesome
sure
sauce.
I get it.
and I'm sure the people that are all about it
I love learning.
are do it for aesthetics, but they probably say there's some sort of medical reason. But yeah, when we were told about that, so this is a Doberman's ears typically. They look
That looks
like
incredible.
An English setter.
So cute.
So
Yeah.
that's what they're supposed to look like, or that's what they naturally look like.
I guess they did it to make them
They
intimidating.
look like wiener dogs,
Maybe.
but big.
Oh, it looks so much
That's
sweeter.
why my dog's ears are.
And then when they crop
dog.
them, they're like miniature versions of these little Batman.
Yeah, they look,
the
way
Batman,
more intimidating.
the Batman mask.
Another local story here. Headline: Six Flags St. Louis facing lawsuit over alleged log flume injury.
Oh no!
Did they stand up?
Now, we all know the log flume, right? What's the log flume? It's the you sit in a fake log,
Yep.
as if
Yep.
you're at a sawmill.
Yep, and,
Yeah.
you take a little. Yeah, that's exactly it. You take the ride on the log down the sawmill, down the line, down the little river, and then there's a big
And there's a big splash at the end.
big
Super
dip at
fun.
the end with with the camera, so you can get your shot of
Yeah,
it.
there's the camera. There's also, I think, at this Six Flags here, there's a splash zone, right? You can stand on the bridge.
Yeah, the
Here?
bridge. Yeah.
You can stand on the bridge.
Oh, for the log flume?
Yeah, they have it
In
in
St.
Silver
Louis?
City, too.
I don't know about that. Tidal wave, yeah.
Is it one of them? You could stand on the bridge.
Tidal wave is the big fat boat that takes a whole bunch of people, and that's the one that makes the giant splash.
That you get people on the bridge?
Yeah.
No, the log flume, you go straight down and the
Yeah.
front end hits the water, and it's got that big.
Okay. I don't remember. It's been a minute.
Well, anyway, a woman from Pleasant Hill has filed a lawsuit against Six Flags, claiming she was caught by the neck and nose by an overgrown vine
Ow.
on the log flume. And I saw pictures of it, and there are these vines that are kind of hanging over
At the top.
onto where they come down.
How did the vine survive all the other boats coming through?
She claims the incident caused her neck and back injuries, including a ruptured spinal disc, and she was going to have to undergo additional medical treatment in the future.
Wow.
She's looking at $25,000 in damages, requested a jury trial. Yeah, see if you could find the picture.
Oh, man, I hope she's okay.
I know the RFT has
Oh,
a picture.
yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Interesting.
This is the St. Louis one.
Oh, yeah. Log flume is a ride where guests sit in a hollowed-out, quote-unquote, log pushed by water currents along a trough, which rises and falls like a roller coaster.
Okay, so
They
with,
seem really onto the side of the flume canal.
Well, and they said this in the lawsuit says it kind of wrapped around her neck.
Ugh.
right around her neck. So this is, I mean, that's nature, active nature, right?
Yeah,
so,
you got to cut that back.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, like, so active nature, wind, plants, and all that. Like, and is there some sort of waiver or something that we sign or that we agree to or that we don't read on the fine print when we walk in and buy
Oh,
tickets?
okay.
I'm
You're right.
sure.
Everybody's saying the tidal wave has a splash area, not the log flume. My
Silver City, the log flume.
My mistake.
The Great American, whatever it's called there. It has that bridge.
Yeah, here's what the log flume looks like. It's next to the old kid zone, or whatever this is now. It used to be Bugs Bunny zone or something.
Yeah, you sign a waiver. I guess your ticket. When you buy a ticket,
has a fine print.
it's like when you buy a ticket to a Cardinal game, there's an inherent risk of getting hit in the face by a foul ball.
Right.
Like if you get hit in the face with a ball, I don't think you could sue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think you could sue Major League Baseball or the Cardinals because you got hit in the face with a ball. You know that when you enter this ballpark, there's a chance of that.
So there's no-
Although when you enter Six Flags, it's Six Flags' duty to do whatever they can
Yeah, definitely.
to keep their attendees safe.
Sure.
And I
mean, that's
understand
why
that.
the Cardinals put up a big old net because
So-
they're doing what they can.
Yeah.
It says that the overgrown vine was, quote, in the shape of a noose, caught around her neck as she rode the log.
Yeah.
flume. Now it doesn't say that it happened here on the Big Dip because look, there's no plants.
The
here.
RFT
There's no
has go down.
So it's probably the top part where you kind of
right
wiggle
there.
around.
That seems like when you're going down the lazy river. I've never been on this ride. I haven't been to Six Flags yet, but that doesn't seem like the flume, like the fast part.
The lawyer for the woman sent the RFT a picture of where the incident happened.
Okay, so there's blue back here. So
and it's vines from a tree hanging over into where the area is.
And so, did she receive any big damage? Because it doesn't seem like she's suing for very.
Oh
no, she's looking for $25,000, which actually, to be honest with you, seems pretty reasonable.
Doesn't seem like
it
much.
seems like it's covering the hospital bill.
Yeah, medical bills. And she said, so, with a ruptured disc or something, right? Ruptured disc in her spine, as well as injuries to her right arm and shoulder.
Yeah.
Extensive medical therapy. Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal.
But
that's a big deal.
Yeah, she'll be just fine, right?
Well,
no, I mean,
know,
she says
injuries
this could be
can linger, man.
medical, she's going to have to undergo medical treatment in the future.
How old is the person?
I want to say 53.
Oh, yeah, 53.
Yeah, 53. Angela Kane.
Man, I hope she's all right. That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. Yeah, so initially when you said something, I thought it was here, like on the big dip, on the big splash.
Your head will fall off. Which did happen. Remember that happened to a kid?
Oh, that was at Schlitterbahn.
The Schlitterbahn in
that was
KC.
That's the worst. Yeah, let's not. Yikes.
That kid's head fell off.
Well, no, it didn't fall off. But technically, there's decapitation. There's a separation between the spine, the neck, and the head. But it didn't fall off.
Yeah.
That's a Weird Al song about going on a roller coaster and being decapitated.
Oh, it is?
It's to Avril Lavigne's Complicated. Why'd you have to go and make me decapitated?
Oh, no.
I really hate it.
Nah.
Yeah, man, that shut down that park.
Yeah, oh,
The
yeah.
whole park.
The guy I think the dude went to jail.
What do you mean, the dude?
I think the guy who ran the park went to jail.
Really?
Dang.
Because
Because it was like a state senator's kid.
Well, okay, if I remember right, it was because they had warnings because some dummies were flying.
Oh,
off
yeah,
of
yeah,
this
yeah.
thing, right?
He went to jail for negligence because that should not have been. People should not have been on that ride.
Yeah, that's
Yikes.
Oh, now I gotta get the details of that story. Have you heard that story?
No.
It's in Kansas City, or right? Kansas City
Yeah.
or in Kansas?
Fun park.
So yeah, it was part. Listen, when this
Schlitterbahn.
when they started talking about this, it was one of the first when what do you call them? The drone cameras. When the drone cameras were starting to be usable.
Yeah.
It was one of the first advertisements they used with one of those where it showed the drone went over the edge and it was like a straight down flume.
Okay, so
And then it did the dinosaur back kind of humps like this, but it goes so fast that one of the humps where it comes up, they were losing dummies. They were flying off of the thing, and they had to put a fence type of
people were like a
dome.
canopy.
Yeah, like a fence canopy dome over that.
That's comfortable.
And this young kid went down, I think 13-year-old kid or something went down with.
I got the story.
A woman in the flume, and came out of the thing and hit his head on the canopy. Is what I
So Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City.
Schlitterbahn?
Yeah, which translates to decapitation.
So in November 2012, the Schlitterbahn Water Park announced plans for the world's tallest and fastest water slide, the Verrucht. VERRU with the two dots over the top.
Umlaut.
CKT. Okay. Designed by Schlitterbahn co-owner Jeff Henry. This thing was a 3-person raft slide with an uphill section. The initial drop was a 17-story plunge.
Nice.
I mean, the video of it looked incredible. And my mother, I don't know if you met my mom. Mama Moon is an absolute adrenaline junkie. She is a enthusiast of all water parks. That's what she loves. She doesn't love water parks for lazy rivers and wave pools. She loves them for water coasters. That's her thing. Because she used to whitewater raft and all this wild stuff, and she couldn't wait to go to this place. And then this happened.
Okay, it's at 168 feet 7 inches. The starting point was taller than Niagara Falls.
Wow.
Reached a max speed of 65 miles an hour. It opened July 10th, 2014, after multiple delays. In August 2016, 10-year-old Caleb Schwab was killed while riding it. The death occurred when the raft he went in went airborne at the lower bump and hit a metal support of the netting.
Golly.
So the netting got him. Where the metal was a metal support on the netting. He flew up and hit what should have stopped him from flying out of the slide. Metal support of the net, decapitating him. The other 2 passengers, both women, were injured in the incident. One suffered a broken jaw. The other suffered a facial bone fracture, needed stitches.
Yeah, so this thing hit their faces.
Yikes.
In the investigation,
the whole thing went airborne.
the kid weighed 74 pounds. He'd been allowed to sit in the front of the raft rather than between the two women accompanying him. One weighed 275, the other weighed 197. This led to an uneven weight distribution that contributed to the raft going airborne. Engineers who inspected the ride also commented that the ride's netting used in areas where riders travel up to 7 miles an hour posed its own hazard because a rider moving at high speeds could easily lose a limb if they hit it.
That's what I don't understand why they would have that kind of
Their
safety.
findings revealed that the use of the metal brace and netting system in the design, along with the use of hook and loop straps to restrain riders, went against guidelines set by whatever governing body.
Yeah, it's like one of the worst tragedies in the last 100 years at any of these kind of things. Just horrible, completely preventable, terribly tragic, just the worst.
Oh, awful.
The worst.
Did they wind up tearing down the whole place?
If I remember right, I thought that shut the whole thing down because there was a number of years of investigations and all sorts of things.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to come back from.
Yeah.
You're forever that part.
Well, you can't be trusted.
And you don't care about your people, your patrons coming in there.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have money than actually care about you because I got to get this thing out so we can advertise.
Yeah, I think there was definitely lawsuits and criminal charges against the owner of the place.
Somebody in the chat said that it was unfortunately dismissed because the laws in Kansas were so lax and legal standards weren't there.
On February 22nd, 2019, criminal charges were dismissed.
No way.
Because inadmissible evidence had been presented to the grand jury.
Wow.
The judge's ruling reprimanded state attorneys for representing the extreme water parks episode to jurors as fact instead of a fictional. Okay. So there was basically a mistake by the lawyers prosecuting, and they threw the whole thing out.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Wow, man.
Anyway, on a lighter note.
Thank you.
Wow.
On a lighter note. Oh, well, Kyle's like, are you all familiar with Action Park? Sounds like something that would happen there. Oh,
Class Action Park.
Action Park was a water park in New Jersey,
fun.
which we used to go to as kids.
Oh, yeah? And you lived to tell the tale?
Oh, yeah. People died.
Yikes.
But that was part of it.
That is Jersey. So.
That was part of it. Go to Action Park. There's a chance you will, you'll lose some skin.
I watched there's the documentary about it.
Class Action Park.
Yeah, that you sent over.
And then Knoxville made a movie kind of based on that. It was a goofy one.
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah. Where he was the owner of a park like that.
Yeah, it was based on Action Park.
Yeah, and so many injuries and stuff, and they did.
And he did his own stunts, and he'd fly off the rides. It based on Action Park, which is someplace we went as kids. Anyway, do you remember earlier this week we heard about that F-35 stealth fighter jet that the Air Force lost?
Yeah, Air Force was asking the public to please help us locate the missing $50 billion jet.
Oh, I want to get was it the Air Force? I don't want to get the wrong branch in trouble.
Yes, I'm almost certain. Hang on.
Anyway, missing F-35. State-of-the-art plane.
Happens.
Missing. They found it after it crashed in South Carolina. And that's not the story here. There has been video making the rounds of an eyewitness named Randolph White who heard the jet as it went down. And it's old Randolph's interview that's making the news. Here's Randolph White on what he heard that day.
I was in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle. I said, what in the world is this? And I heard a boom. Then my whole house shook. Did a meteorite come out of space or something? And I said, well, if the airplane, it needed to be reported. The thing was flying just too low. Choppers keep flying around. I said, well, somebody must have robbed a bank or whatever. Just through the grace of God, nobody didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Anything man-made can malfunction. But it needs to be investigated, and the public need to know what really happened.
Yeah, man.
It could have been a major disaster.
I agree, Randolph. I don't care. I missed everything you said after you made the sound effect.
Yeah.
But it was pretty accurate, I think, for a jet.
That was the
And it does look like it was
Between a
green.
whistle.
That's even the same pitch.
That's the goat.
What does that remind you of?
It's the Taylor Swift
That's
goat.
the goat. That's the Taylor Swift goat. To
Get
remix the news.
Yeah,
Remember we used to
yeah,
remix
yeah.
the news? If there was an interview like that, somebody would remix it. Well, they're already out there.
Oh, nice.
And somebody, aside from us, thought the same thing about the Taylor Swift goat. So here's listen to this. Yeah.
love it so
Now, his
much.
kids definitely are going to think their dad is awesome sauce at this point forward.
That guy sounds awesome. Hey, by the way, the original article that we read said it was the Air Force, but this confirms that it was a Marine Corps pilot that safely escaped the F-35.
And you know what? I heard that, and I don't want to say Air Force.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Marines.
This first article says Air Force is asking the public, but maybe it was just the Air Force joining in on helping for the search. But it looks like it was a Marine Corps pilot that jumped out.
Remember the whole remix the news thing?
Yeah, it was the
awesome.
best.
Those are the
Every
best.
week they had something that was silly for us.
Remember Sweet Brown?
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, there's that one. I think this is another woman from the same fire.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong. It's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire. Not today.
Okay.
So if you remember,
Was that the same incident?
no,
I don't know.
Oh, those are two different
two different incidents.
Okay.
And if you remember, that one was about, man, I'm going to say like just a beat or two after all of this stuff was the way to go viral. You remember, like Universal signed those guys, like they got a record deal. And all
the
this kind of
Remix
stuff,
the News
Remix
people.
News folks, and that was how people were getting viral. And if you remember, the reason that we had like a great era for all that stuff, and then we didn't, is because everybody was doing it on purpose. They were trying to get on the news, and then they were. Doing,
I don't think this woman
then they were doing
was trying
fake
to get on
news
the
stuff.
news.
I think this one was the first one though that we expected. The building is on fire. We were like, wait a second.
I love it.
You know, I typed in my audio archive, like building is on fire. Sweet Brown came up.
Yeah.
I got bronchitis. Okay. But they remixed the Not Today one.
Have a clue. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I'm trying to find that.
Okay, so it was like a story of a gal who had been like kept prisoner in some
this
dude's
is Hide Your
basement.
Wife.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Antoine Dotson.
Yes.
Man,
God bless him.
that one was phenomenal.
Okay,
you
so-
remember the we ate ribs with this
It was from
dude.
Cleveland, and the man was holding these girls hostage for years,
Years.
in his
Oh,
basement.
yes.
and
yes,
one
yes.
got away.
Oh, I know that story,
And
but
they-
I guess I haven't heard.
Oh, they
that clip.
interviewed the neighbor. I think his name was Cliff or something, and he ate
what is that?
ribs with that
Every
dude.
neighbor is named Cliff, I think.
What is it? Oh, he had that.
Yeah, we did have that. We still say it anytime.
We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. That's it.
Look up dead giveaway. He's, anytime those words are brought up in the studio, Rizz still quotes it.
Dead
Oh
giveaway.
man, that one is a classic. And that was like the last one that like we totally believed, like has to be real.
I gotta find that.
Oh man, how can you not have that like on the front page?
Well, I'm glad this guy this time is bringing it back.
The remix the news. I found it.
He might have restored their career.
You found the dead giveaway?
Yeah, I found it on YouTube. Yeah, but that was a crazy story. Obviously, of the women being held hostage for that long. The one woman escapes.
There's like 3 or 4, right? Women that were in the house. Like,
Yeah, there were a couple, at least.
Yeah.
super good.
Those guys are needed. We need you.
Yeah, where are you?
Remix the news.
Where are you?
Where have you been?
With all this bad news,
The
it
world's
kind of
been-
softens it
yeah,
up.
the world's been a darker place since you've been gone. Please.
Yeah, with all this doom and gloom, we need somebody to remix it just to soften it up a bit.
Right?
Yeah.
But only the real stuff. Let's vet the real stuff.
Dead giveaway. Yeah, the dead giveaway was similar to
God, that was so good.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yes. Unbreakable. Yep. I hear it now.
The whole story.
Oh man.
Go ahead.
That's a classic. Put that on your front page. We're going to need that again, I'm sure.
I'm sure we'll get to it again. We'll need you. We'll need you. All right, let's do this. All right, Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, proud sponsor Team Rizz. Visit hotshotsnet.com/Team Rizz. From Fenton, Missouri, Stephanie Hubie is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Stephanie has been a fan of both the Rizz Show and The Point since she moved to St. Louis from Tennessee back in 2007. Listens to the show every morning on her way to work. She loves rewinds with Jeff Burton. Rizz Show always keeps her fully entertained, and she couldn't imagine a morning commute without the Rizz gang. Well, thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Hubie from Fenton is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up. 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Liv is here, and she will read us the 4 Craigslist Freak of the Week ads. We are in round number 2 of our Freak of the Year competition.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting down to it. So round number 2 begins today, and we will have, I'll give you the seeds, what seeds are playing. So we'll have the number 1 seed up against the number 8 seed, up against the number 16 seed, up against the number 24 seed.
All right.
And this will be, I believe, let me see. Yeah, top 2 go through to the next round. So the top 2 vote getters go to round 3. All based on your votes, so stand by. Liv's going to read the 4 ads. You'll vote. Craigslist Freak of the Year playoffs. Roll on. Round 2 begins after the break. 7:17, Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. We got a lane block due to a stalled vehicle 55 northbound at Lafayette Avenue. There's also 1 lane block due to a multi-vehicle crash 55 northbound after Revis Barracks Road. Your point forecast, 30% chance of showers and some thunder at times will be possible today. High of 82. Right now it's 61 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow@1057thepoint.com. Send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. Craigslist Freak of the Year. The playoffs continue. Round number 2 begins in just a moment. Also, we're going to play Matchup with Moon. It's been a while. A couple weeks now.
Man, I found some really tough questions today. So I'm
They should
excited
all
for
be
this.
tough.
Ooh.
Well, I have to give some that I want you guys to get some right. But
All right. Well, we got some fabulous prizes, including tickets to go see Avenged Sevenfold, Queens of the Stone Age, Asking Alexandria. 311 tickets. We got Royal Blood tickets. Hey, this is kind of breaking this morning. St. Louis County Police Department looking for a guy who escaped custody at Mercy Hospital South. And according to KMOV, and every local news organization is reporting on this morning, this guy escaped from custody at 4:30 in the morning in the 10,000 block of Kennerly Road. Tommy Wayne Boyd, 45 years old, was transported to Mercy Hospital South from the Potosi Correctional Facility. This was on Wednesday for treatment. He was last seen just before 4 a.m. By hospital personnel. Surveillance video shows Tommy Wayne Boyd leaving the hospital on foot, traveling in an unknown direction. This guy's 5'7", 154, balding hair, beard. Last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, black jacket, orange slippers. Should be considered dangerous. And it's unknown if he is armed. This guy's serving 30 years.
jeez.
What'd he do?
Statutory sodomy.
Oh,
Oh, man.
God.
You said he's 5'7"?
5'7", 154.
It's going to be hard to find someone that short.
He's basically my size. Size, head, height, weight.
Anyone who sees this dude should call 911. Residents are urged to be aware of their surroundings.
Kennerly, down by Tesson.
Yeah, and what I was reading this morning was, and Channel 2 is reporting Lindbergh schools will be on lockout this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, well, there's an elementary school there, and there's a middle school across the highway.
Okay, so Lindbergh schools, they are open. They say Lindbergh update to clarify school is still in session. Students will be admitted for arrival. Doors will remain locked for safety, and staff will assist with student drop-off.
Smart.
They say all school doors will remain locked and security in place at the schools because of this guy. So walked out.
Dang.
Mercy South, where is that? Is that by
Mercy South is St. Anthony's.
Is that by Dr. Watma?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, right down the street from.
same place. He's in the medical buildings there, right?
No, Huama's got his own little place.
Oh,
It's the one right down the street.
yeah.
There's a lot of woods in that area, right?
Yeah, when I saw his dad, it was at the.
Oh, maybe he does
at the
work over there,
medical
too.
offices, too. Yeah, I think so. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure they're calling what we used to call St. Anthony's Mercy South. Let's look it up.
Huh.
How far is he from the Merrimack? It seems like the fugitive kind of thing. You go hop on the river and float.
I don't know. This guy, again, she should be considered dangerous, unknown if he's armed. If you see this guy, call 911. He escaped from the hospital at 4:30.
Is he wearing a
or at least
black and white outfit?
Or at least reported.
Or a hospital Johnny.
Oh, yeah. With his rear, if you see a guy with his crack.
No, he's wearing a black sweatshirt, black jacket, orange
Oh,
slippers.
darn. Orange slippers should stick out.
Black sweatshirt.
I'm sure he's going to get rid of the orange slippers.
Probably.
Yeah, they're not in style right now.
I'm sure he'll find something else to wear.
Yeah, this is Mercy South. You see this? So here's 270. That's Tesson Ferry right there.
Yeah.
Kinnerly is right there. There's Kinnerly Elementary School.
Yeah.
There's a Mercy South building right here when you get off the highway, and then Mercy South is right here, like on the other side of the YMCA.
Well, be careful, everybody. Just saying. All right, let's do this Craigslist Freak of the Week thing. Well, it's playoffs. So it's round number 2 of the Freak of the Year playoffs. So round number 1 is over. We've said goodbye to a lot of great ads. Couple upsets in our competition.
Definitely.
Couple higher seeds moving on to the next round. But again, it's all based on your votes. You'll vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show.
We even had not only a couple episodes, we had one or two that won their week, obviously, got into the playoffs, and then they just had their asses handed to them.
Oh, wow.
And sent home with like 3%.
I'm trying to think what the
bad
biggest
for 'em.
upset was of the competition so far. Yeah, there was one that was like a number 30-something seed got through. Listen, it's the playoffs. Who knows? This is why we
Anything
do
goes.
it. This is why we do
Yeah,
it.
and sometimes when you
Anything goes.
Sometimes when you catch a second look at something, a sentence might pop out that goes, "Whoa, wait a second,
Yeah.
this guy
Yeah.
or gal."
Yeah, we may hear something that we didn't hear the first time around, which kind of, oh, man, this guy should go. Or gal. This guy or gal. We do have some women left in the competition. So here we go. Liv is going to read the ads, refresh our memories. And then after Liv is done reading the 4th and final ad, you guys will vote for your favorite. Again, the top 2 vote getters move on to the next round. Now, Liv, you'll be familiar with, I think, some of these. I think
I
one
might be.
or two of these you were here for when they were read the first time.
Yeah. Can't wait to walk down memory lane.
Yep. Well, here we go, Liv. Let's get into it. Craigslist Freak of the Week, round 2, ad number 1.
Experimental dinner. Woman for man, 48 years old, Toronto. I've been a chef for 20 years here in Toronto. I have crafted some of the best menus in town. I am now uninspired, and I'm finding traditional meals boring, looking for an adventurous culinary guinea pig. I will host at my home because I have a pro kitchen. This will be a 10-course meal with wine. Our mouths will water together once we bite into this wild experimental menu. Instead of the usual proteins, I'll be using meats, spices, and vegetables that have the same taste and textures of human waste. There will also be a course that will smell like old roadkill. This is not for the weak-stomached. All the courses will be paired perfectly with very expensive wine. There will be a dress code. You and I will not be wearing much. I'll put it that way. I also expect a romantic moment for dessert. No condom needed. You must be chubby so I know you're a good eater. P.S. Want to try my special ice cream?
No. Nobody
Holy
does.
smokes!
Okay, this was originally the winner back on June the 15th. Now, this won that week with 86.1% of the vote.
Wow.
Yep.
Won round number 1 with 55.6%. This is our number 1 seed.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, Scatatui.
oh man.
Scatatui.
Pretty good.
The number 1 seed in our competition.
Coming in as a favorite. Woo!
Coming in as the favorite to win.
Interesting.
Dang.
So that's Scatatui. This is the chef who is crafting a delicious meal that's going to taste like human waste and roadkill. Instead of the usual proteins, I'll be using meats and spices and vegetables. Have the same taste and textures. The textures is really what gets my mouth watering.
Yeah. Peanuts, corn.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, the texture can vary. There's that, what is that Bristol stool chart from 1 to 6? Like, where does it fall?
Where do we? Yeah.
Hey, and before we even get into any of these, I have to say, the chat room this year with the names.
Oh.
I mean, these are playoff.
Chef's kiss. No
these are
pun
playoff contention names. Wait till you hear our 4 finalists for this round. Unbelievable.
So Scatatouille is our number 1 seed and our first ad to be read in round number 2 in our competition. On to ad number 2. Liv coming at you.
I can save you. Woman for anyone, 36 years old, Vancouver. If you're cruising this space for straight/gay/ or freak show hookups, you've been possessed by Satan. You've got the urge to do evil/unholy things to yourself and others. It's not too late to turn your life around. These unnatural acts you are looking for are devil acts. Repent. I'm offering free exorcisms at my home. I'm not affiliated with any church, but I know what I'm doing. I've got 2 years experience and have performed a total of 5 exorcisms and have been successful each and every time. You will writhe in pain. You will cry. You will be marked. You will be naked and branded. You will have your genitals sliced and burned. But in the end, your soul will be saved. The end result is worth the journey. It may look like I'm smiling, but I assure you, I will be getting no pleasure from this. This is a service I'm providing mankind. We've gone down a dark path, and I'm doing my duty to course correct us. In lieu of a fee, I will be taking canned good donations. The Lord is my shepherd.
All right, there you go. Do you remember this ad? By chance, were you here? First time read on January the 26th. This is our number 16 seed, ladies and gentlemen, Demonica Lewinsky.
Oh, so good.
Demonica Lewinsky. It is a woman who has been performing exorcisms for 2 years, done a total of 5 of them, successful every time.
It's a good track record.
Yeah, that's an incredible track record.
You will have your genitals sliced and burned, but it's all about saving your soul. Yeah. And it's all about providing the service for mankind. We've gone down a dark path, and I'm doing my duty to course correct us. Please bring canned good donations.
Very sweet. Not even looking for financial gain.
Yeah.
Just some beans.
Just some cream corn. The go-to canned food donation. Cream corn. Yeah, that's the one thing. You know, we've done a lot of work with Operation Food Search. You know, the food bank.
Yeah.
I have here, and we ask for canned donations. For a holiday food drive, and people go to the back of their cabinets, and they get the stuff that they'll never eat. Mm-hmm. And the people on our Operation Food Search are like, "Hey, thank you for your donation,
but be reasonable.
But like, you're giving garbage." You know what I mean? Like, thank you for your donation.
Yeah.
And I guess beggars can't be choosers. Is that?
I guess, but let's be reasonable. Here, you suffer through your bad decisions.
Right.
Don't make somebody else do that. Let's donate the good stuff.
Yeah.
They'll take anything, of course. Food is food.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But
food is food, but come on.
Let's be cool.
All right, Demonica Lewinsky, ad number 2, the number 16 seed in our round 2 for either playoffs, and on to ad number 3 for this week, our number 24 seed. Liv coming at you.
Little Bobby, man for woman, 35 years old, Toronto. Hi, I'm Little Bobby, and I identify as a 3-year-old. If you're not into adult baby role, you can stop reading right now. I'm looking for a new mommy. Little Bobby needs his diaper changed right now. It's very dirty. I made a boom boom and you have to clean it up. You've got to help toilet train little Bobby. I have toilet time videos and books to guide you.
Nice.
When you come over, bring diapers, wipes, powder, and ointment. Little Bobby's got a rash on his big fat hiney. Don't be shocked when you walk in. My nursery is still under construction and it's a bit messy at Little Bobby's place. If you happen to know an open-minded handyman, that would be a positive. You and I will make a great team. Please call soon. FYI, you'll need to feed me after my diaper change. I'm going to need a big-breasted woman. Looks are of no concern to little Bobby.
All right. I know you were here for this one.
I remember that one well.
I know you were here for this one. Originally read on February the 9th. I won that week with 45.6% of the vote. Won its round number 1 competition with 33.1% of the vote. Little Bobby. Little Bobby is ad number 3, our number 24 seed. This is a 35-year-old who identifies as a 3-year-old. Into adult baby role play. I mean, this is a guy that's going to soil himself and expects you to clean him up.
Mm-hmm. Better have big old boobies.
Think of a coffee shop he could work at.
Got a rash on his big fat hiney. Looking maybe for a handyman to finish the nursery.
Yeah.
Little Bobby's place is a mess.
Open-minded handyman.
All right. There you go, Little Bobby, ad number 3 in this week's competition. And on to ad number 4, the number 8 seed. Liv, coming at you.
Lizard Man. Man for anyone, 38 years old, Vancouver. I'm looking for someone to let me tickle their ivories. And before you ask, I don't play piano. I love teeth. I want to run my tongue across your pearly whites. No hygiene? No problem. I will lick them clean. It is all about the texture to me. The feel of a human's only exposed bones under the weight of my wet, probing tongue sends my quivering loins into overdrive. Man, woman, anything in between, it's those choppers I'm after. The bigger, the better. Don't be ashamed if you're a buck-toothed bandit. Hang out with your fangs out. Lay back, open wide, and let me explore every inch of those incisors. My tongue is forked, so you and I share double the sensation. Let the lizard man do his thing. Bad breath is my only turnoff. 420 friendly. Have been known to ski from time to time.
All right. We explained to Lern a couple weeks ago that skiing was cocaine.
I was very disappointed in that.
You didn't know either?
I did not. I was thinking something different.
Oh, yeah. She was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking in this context, because you said 420 friendly.
Yeah, that makes more sense than where my mind
like
went.
Nose candy, skiing.
I was thinking
the mountain of white powder.
I was thinking 2 dudes.
Yeah. Yes. As did Lern, and then we had to explain that skiing could mean something else.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Vancouver mountains.
Although you may be right, but after 420 friendly.
Sure.
This was the winner, and you were here during its initial reading
Yes.
on April the 6th. Won that week with 73.3% of the vote. Made it through to round number 2 on August 24th. This is John Wilkes Tooth.
What a name.
That one is the best.
What a great
John
name.
Wilkes Tooth, our number 8 seed. This is the lizard man who's got the forked tongue, who's just looking to lick your teeth. My tongue is forked, so you and I share double the sensation. What?
Yeah.
So, like, he cut it down the middle?
Oh,
Yeah.
Bad breath is a turnoff. That's the only thing here.
Glad he's
He
got
has
some
standards.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Although skiing will actually cause bad breath.
Oh. And 420.
How do you know
I've
that?
heard.
Does it there?
So I've heard. All right, that's John Wilkes Tooth, our 4th and final ad. All right, now it's up to you guys. You guys have voted for your Twitter
Voting is live.
at RIZZ Show. So is it going to be top 2 vote getters? Move on. Is it going to be Scatatui?
That is the gal who's looking for a guy. She makes food taste like human waste and wants you to join in. Hey, no condom needed, and you better have a healthy belly.
Yep, that's the number 1
She
seed,
wants you to be
Scatatui.
chubby.
Then you got the number 16 seed, DeMonica Lewinsky.
Oh, this is a gal that's going to slice and burn your body, but it's going to save your soul.
Yep. Now she's looking basically for, if you're cruising the space for straight, gay, or freak show hookups, you've been possessed by Satan.
No, the Lord is her shepherd, and she takes canned good donations.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
And that's the thing with this one. This is kind of wacky because, hey, if you're on here cruising for hookups, you have been possessed by Satan. So get in touch with me.
Yeah, she's going to save you. And she's batting 1,000 with exorcisms.
5 for 5.
Which is incredible.
Then you heard from Little Bobby.
Little Bobby made a boom boom and needs a cleaning.
Okay.
Wants some new mommy.
35-year-old who identifies as a 3-year-old. And you just heard from John Wilkes Tooth, the lizard man. All right, so you got to endorse one of these. Again, 2 ads moving on to the next round. Liv, who are we endorsing?
DeMonica Lewinsky.
DeMonica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
That is
because
going to
some of
get
these
your
other
number one
ones
vote.
were consensual. Like, it's weird, but she's clearly getting off on slicing genitals, and that's weird.
Yeah, it may look like I'm smiling, but I assure you,
Yeah,
I
just
will
own
be
it.
getting no pleasure from this.
Just own it, you freak.
So Liv is going to vote for DeMonica Lewinsky. I'm going to move to King Scott next.
This one's a tough one. We're getting to the tough place now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine's between Scatatouille and John Wilkes Tooth.
Whoa,
But the
really?
Scatatouille one, at least it's still food. It's just food made to
Liv,
taste
how does this
yummy.
person know what human excrement should taste like?
Well, you could have an idea just off the smell. Because it still awakens
No, I
those
think,
senses.
You said at least it's just food. I think food actually puts it over the edge. You're talking about consuming something.
Yeah, that smells
Yeah,
like
but you're not
roadkill.
actually consuming.
Smells like
She
human-
said it's normal meat and
That's
veg.
what she says.
Well,
Why would anybody in their right mind want to try this?
true. But it's like you eat those Harry Potter jelly beans that taste like boogers.
Oh, I don't. And if I do, it's because I'm peer pressured into it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that it should still be real food unless it's actually not.
Yeah.
But we don't know. That's my
Scott,
2 cents.
who are you voting for?
All right, I'm going to go. I think I got to do Scatatouille. I don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know why?
It's just tough. This one's a very tough week, but I think that's the weirdest one just because she wants it to look like fecal matter. Could be. And also, they're going to have old roadkill and
And then
special
we're going to have
ice cream.
sex after.
No condom needed.
No condom needed. What is in the special ice cream? Want to try
I
my
think
special
we
ice
know
cream?
what's the special
What is in
ice
that?
cream.
What's that about?
Go on.
Yes, all 4 of these ads deserve to be in round 2.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I do feel bad not voting for the other 3, but
I'm going for
do.
Scatatouille. That gets my vote. The number 1 seed, I think, moves on. Moon.
Yeah, in all honesty, for me, I think it was down to Scatatouille and DeMonica Lewinsky. But if I have to pick one, I'm back in Scatatouille.
Scatatouille.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think number 1
Y'all are
chef's
wrong.
kiss for a reason.
You
Could
know
be.
what?
I could
Liv,
be. You know what?
we could both be right because
I'm
both
willing.
these ads could move on.
yeah.
That's true.
The top 2 vote getters move on to the next round, round number 3. So is it going to be Scatatouille? Is it going to be DeMonica Lewinsky? Let's not sleep on little Bobby either. I mean,
Let's not.
Can't sleep on little Bobby, but I don't think he's a contender in this matchup.
And again, the tooth guy.
Tooth guy.
John Wilkes
Likes
Tooth.
exposed
Again,
bones.
Like your
it's
teeth.
consensual. You know,
Yeah.
there's no
gentleman that wants to lick
bodily
your teeth.
mutilation going on.
Yeah, the role playing stuff that we like almost every single time I sit down to scour these ads, I see those things.
Yeah.
okay.
The poo food thing,
Yeah.
I don't see that very
Blah.
Caca.
All right, we'll have the winner when we sign on tomorrow. Please vote at Rizz Show. I know where if you just tuned in and you missed Liv reading any of the ads, it'll be up on the podcast just after 10:30. All right, Crowd on Celebrities after the break at 7:49. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. We have delays 270 eastbound between 44 and exit 25 that is down by 64. Also, we have one lane blocked due to a multi-vehicle crash 55 northbound after Rivas Barracks Road. Your point forecast, 30% chance of showers and some thunder at times will be possible today. High of 82. Right now it is 61 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, what do you got for us?
Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson could actually be brothers, and I'll tell you how. Taylor Swift and Sophie Turner are hanging out. Cindy Crawford is bummed at Oprah and be thinking of the most iconic horror movies ever made, and if you were too young to see them when you did, we're going to destroy another list.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday and the best and worst states to get concert tickets. I'm not interested in the best states. I'm more interested in the worst states, and I'll tell you why.
To get concert tickets.
To get concert tickets.
Okay.
We'll chop it up next. Stay there.
We're gonna.
So during the break, Moon was talking about getting Olivia Rodrigo tickets.
Yeah.
Where's she playing? Enterprise, I'm sure.
I guess
I think so.
I think so.
But that's a hot ticket, right?
Sure.
Yeah, my daughter said her and her friends have been up early trying to get the pre-sale, whatever the heck it is, and she's like, I got it, but my friends didn't. Can we buy everybody's stuff?
Well, the point being is that Olivia Rodrigo, probably one of the biggest artists going right now.
Absolutely.
Very popular. We're lucky here in St. Louis that we have her tour rolling through. Mm-hmm. You know, we get some pretty good shows rolling through here.
Yeah, considering we were literally called flyover country, flyover market.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sorry, Taylor Swift fans, we didn't get a St. Louis show, but we're getting Metallica. You know, we had Beyonce roll through. Rolling Stones kicked off their tour here in St. Louis.
Corey Feldman.
2 years ago, Corey Feldman rolled through.
Yeah, we got Kiss coming. Pearl Jam was here last year.
Yeah. We are not a concert desert.
No, God, compared to where I'm from?
Exactly, and this is going to be my point here.
Yeah.
You know, there are neighborhoods that don't have grocery stores. You know, they consider those, what are they, food deserts? Is that what they consider those?
Yeah.
Is that the term?
I believe so.
A food desert where there's no grocery stores around. You need to leave the community to go to another place to get food.
It's like tends to be poor neighborhoods.
Right.
Yeah.
There are concert deserts, too, where you have to
Absolutely.
leave and travel a far, far distance to go to a show. So the website Just Gamblers has released their list of the best and worst states to get concert tickets based on a couple different factors. Number of venues across the state, number of venues visited across 20 of this year's biggest tours, average venue capacity, how often an act stops in each space, and local ticket demand. So California and Illinois tied for the best states for getting good concert tickets. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
LA, Chicago. If a band is routing out a tour,
Every time.
Illinois, California, 100%. Throw New York in there too. Illinois ranked high because every artist in the top 20 tours stopped in Illinois. Every single one of them.
Florida must be up there, I would think.
And Texas. 'Cause everything goes through Dallas.
Minnesota ranked third for getting concert tickets.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, you know why? Because they got huge venues. They
Minnesota
have
does.
huge venues. That's why they're ranked so high.
Small sodas, big venues.
Minnesota venues can hold a larger amount of the local population. Now, come on, dude. You take me off the tracks.
Minnesota.
Like I'm on a path, and then I got to veer.
That's pretty good, man.
I don't care about, listen, I know if you live in New York City, you're going to get concert tickets.
Yeah.
Every big show is going to roll through Madison Square Garden, every big concert. Or, where the Giants play over across the river at MetLife Stadium.
Got to say that they sold out MSG.
Right. I'm more interested in where we can't go to concerts. And I was looking for Maine. Maine did not make the top 10 worst states to see a concert.
That's surprising.
Doggone Portland.
Portland's got a lot.
You gotta-
They're small, though.
Portland does get quite a few shows, though.
Portland does,
Just looking at some of the
They have
records.
that
but if you're
arena
not at the
there, too.
state, I was gonna say, if you're not at the arena or the state theater, there's not much in between. If I'm remembering right.
Well, there's been more since then, and up in Bangor has the big one, and that's definitely grown. So a lot of times shows will hit Guilford, New Hampshire, and Bangor, Maine, and so you can drive to either one pretty easily. But a lot of the big names don't come, and you have to go to Boston,
Bummer.
Right.
those big tours, which is so expensive because then you got to get a hotel and all that. So
Yikes.
I didn't go see a lot of shows 'cause I'm not going to Boston.
What's the drive from there to Boston?
The last place I lived, I was closer. I was about 2.5 hours.
That's not terrible.
Oh, okay.
But before then, maybe 3 hours.
I'll tell you the worst states to go see a show, and I'll start with number 10. The 10th worst state is South Dakota.
I figured
bet
that'd
you
be number one.
I bet you we could guess all these.
No, number one is
It's
number one is
obvious.
number one.
It's
Alaska?
No, Alaska did not make.
What?
Oh, so number one's something like
Wyoming,
Wyoming did not make
Delaware.
Rhode
top
Island.
10.
Montana.
Let me tell you why
Connecticut.
South Dakota first. South Dakota is number 10. South Dakota isn't necessarily lacking in music venues, but even one of the biggest arenas can't hold more than 12,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Therefore,
sense, yeah.
most major artists don't stop in South Dakota on tour.
We did some really weird arena in Fargo. That's North Dakota, right?
Yeah.
And that was the only venue I remember ever even doing in the Dakotas.
Fargo's got a big venue. South Dakota's got nothing. 12,000, that's the biggest capacity arena. So you know Taylor Swift and Metallica ain't stopping in South Dakota.
God, no.
You can't stop there. Okay.
So South Dakota gets smaller concerts with fewer seats available, ultimately making getting tickets a struggle. What'd you say? Anybody?
I said Wyoming.
Wyoming did not make the top 10.
We'll say Connecticut.
Connecticut's number 5.
Really?
Fifth worst state to see a tour.
Yeah, because they're probably just like everyone's going to go to New York anyway.
The biggest venue in Connecticut is the Mohegan Sun Casino. It only holds 10,000.
And if you remember, most of the cool venues are in kind of sketchy areas.
Yeah, you talking about Webster Theater? Yeah.
It's a weird area.
So 10,000 seats, that's it. That's the highest capacity place to see a show. And that's fine for lower key shows, but they ain't getting Beyonce, they ain't getting Harry Styles.
Okay, so if we're just going on places that don't have big things, let's go. What about either Montana or New Mexico?
New Mexico, number 7. New Mexico has music festivals and performances from locals quite often, but you are not likely to find many big concerts in the state. They do not have the venue capacity to hold large crowds.
There's a couple kind of cool places that are like attached
I guess
to
in
like
Albuquerque?
government centers in Albuquerque, and that's all I remember. And Las Cruces.
Las Cruces has that one.
Has like a baseball field or something.
No, they have that one arena that is kind of like Toledo's, where if you drum, things fall off the ceiling and stuff. But it's a big arena. It was this old dumpy place.
Did you say North Dakota? Did anybody say North Dakota? That is number 4.
Well, I mean,
Poor Dakotas.
Even though they have the Fargo Arena?
The North Dakota State Fair is really where the state's live music shows up. It's likely the biggest musical gathering in the state, but they're known for their quaint, small venues. That's North Dakota.
Okay.
They do have quaint, small venues.
I was going to say Idaho, but Boise does pretty well.
Yeah, Boise's got good stuff. And they have that big rodeo.
You have 9, 8, 6, 3, 2, 1.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is number 9.
Oh, good call. I bet they'd never get...
Hawaii is an outlier.
Well, it's
an outlier state in the study.
This is hard. Is it so expensive to put a show?
It's more difficult to travel. Venues are mainly smaller theaters.
Yeah.
And there aren't any big arenas or stadiums.
I've played a Hawaii a couple times. Sold out. I mean, like oversold, like dangerously oversold. And we made less money there than we would have a half-sold venue right down the road.
Somebody said number 1 before.
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island's number 1.
What?
Oh, that makes sense.
But Providence kicks ass, and they
Rhode
got so
Island.
many great venues, but I guess nothing's big.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
big. And
Nobody goes to Rhode Island.
They have a good
Nobody.
pub in Providence.
Whatever, dude.
No, I've been to Rhode Island on a vacation, but nobody goes to Rhode Island.
No.
They have a cool-ass theater there. They used to with this badass balcony. It's like the pageant, but like old, like real kind of old school.
That place is, and it's right next to that cool pub.
You got 2,
They
3,
great food.
6, and 8.
Iowa.
No.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, yeah, they got a big
you know what? 'Cause
university.
they got
Utah.
big giant colleges.
No, Utah, Salt Lake City's got pretty big shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, colleges. Let's Montana. That's not
Montana,
on
no.
Well, we said, so maybe, no, Wisconsin would have it.
there? Can't be. Oh, Nebraska. Big
No,
old
Nebraska,
colleges.
nope,
Shoot,
didn't make it.
I'll tell you what.
Doo-doo.
Mississippi.
Mississippi,
no,
no.
big colleges.
Arkansas.
Arkansas, number 8.
Even though there's some big ones, but
It seems like popular artists and tours do not make the trek to Arkansas.
They just skip it?
They just skip it. They just roll right through, or
yeah, it's a day off kind of
go around.
What about Maryland?
Oh,
No, Maryland. No, Baltimore. Baltimore gets a lot.
I got
of
it.
things.
Mississippi.
Yeah, but people.
He
if
said
you-
Mississippi. No.
If you're gonna skip anything, if you're going from D.C. to up to New York, you're skipping Baltimore if you can.
There's a couple.
South
couple
Carolina?
places in Liv's neck of the woods.
New Hampshire?
Oh.
New Hampshire's number 2.
Yeah, they only got one big one.
Vermont.
New Hampshire folks don't typically have a lot of luck with artists coming their way, and are likely to see more shows if they travel out of state.
Yeah.
Vermont's number 6. Most of the music scene happens in Burlington or South Burlington, where I almost did radio. But even these quote-unquote cultural hubs don't have the venue space for big-name artists,
You know, it's kind of wild though.
which makes getting tickets more difficult.
I'm going back to just kind of scanning all the different shows up in there, and I will tell you that the New Hampshire, Vermont, and some of the other places that you said up there, Connecticut, and all those were all the wildest crowds. And maybe this kind of plays a part. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
they're just
because
excited.
they're seeing fewer shows. Like you're playing like a small theater or like a big club or something like that. Like those crowds are freaking
but it's
fun.
kind of
dude.
they're kind of the same temperament as Canadian fans. Where
Yeah,
there's
they're-
because
they're
here,
rowdy. They're rowdy,
in
but
the
in
U.S.
always like a positive
I mean, in
way.
the lower states here, you can get we have this weird ego about our bands and if they're not cool anymore and all this. And for some reason in Canada, if you hit at some point, you're going to be selling arenas for the rest of your life there.
If they loved you
So
once,
they
love you forever.
Yeah.
And you're right, kind of Vermont,
kinda
New
like that up
Hampshire, the Connecticut venue, like all the shows were always like just high energy. Everybody's stoked to be out doing something, rock and roll.
Someone's actually here. Yay!
Yeah, I never
We're happy
connected it
people.
to.
We swear we're
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Yeah,
Interesting.
and I've noticed that being out here, I'm like, I am so spoiled being here because I'm seeing all of these bands all of the time to the point that I'm like, I need a night off. But in Maine, it's like, oh my God, this band hasn't been here in a couple years. Like, it's an event. So, like, Shinedown is playing in Maine tonight. So, like, all of my big Shinedown fans are like, oh my God, it's a big, like, my friends getting their hair done, their nails done. Like, it's a thing.
And then think St. Louis, too. We have almost every night of the week, there's a big comedian somewhere in town.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there's one
Crazy.
more. You're missing number 3 is Delaware. Delaware, their biggest venue for live music only holds
Is it-
4,000.
Oh, yeah,
a
that's
truck
still
stop.
that's still a state, right?
It only holds 4,000. Now, somebody said, hey, for context, can you give the capacities for how big our places are? So,
Enterprise is 18,000.
St. Louis Music Park, 4,500. That's
Yep.
Centene. The Pageant, 2,000. Hollywood Casino, 20,000. Enterprise Center for a concert, between 18 and 22,000. Edward Jones Dome, almost 67,000 for a concert.
Jeez.
Wow.
Factory is 35. We got Stiefel is what, 31? Right
Something
around
like
there.
that.
Yeah, so here in this city, we have some pretty, we run the gamut of a small place like Pops, which holds 1,000,
1,300.
1,300,
What was the amphitheater again?
20.
Amphitheater is 20. Yeah, 21.
pretty
on
good.
it.
So in comparison, the main savings amphitheater, the big one up in Bangor, is 15,000.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
Not
so
terrible.
you'll get bands coming through there.
Oh yeah, they get some. I mean, that's all part of the Live Nation circuit. That's a Live Nation venue, so that's kind of predictable.
Yeah. And think about Columbia, Missouri has 2 giant stadiums. Springfield, Missouri has 1 giant one. And then Kansas City's like us, where
And we
there's
got that.
loaded.
And we got that Ozark amphitheater thing now.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So we are fortunate, guys.
Yeah.
We are not in a
Good.
concert desert.
Yay!
Look at
Very
us.
lucky here.
Yeah. Sorry, Rhode Island. I just like nobody goes to Rhode Island. Okay. All right. Today is September the 21st. Back in the day, 86 years ago, 1937, The Hobbit first published. 53 years ago, 1970, ABC's Monday Night Football debuts. The Browns beat the visiting Jets 31-21, and the announcing team was Howard Cosell, Dandy Don Meredith, and Keith Jackson. Frank Gifford replaced Keith Jackson the next season. 48 years ago, 1975. Anybody seen Dog Day Afternoon?
No,
With De Niro.
It's Pacino.
Pacino.
Dog Day Afternoon premieres in New York, starring Al Pacino as a man who tries to rob a bank to pay for his male lover's sex change operation, which turns into a hostage situation. And the media circus we've all known, we've all come to know and love today. The guy trying to transition is Prince Humperdinck, Chris Sarandon.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Talk about that guy all the
it
time.
is a great movie. And if you watch it, again, this is 1975, Dog Day Afternoon, you go, this is now. Like this kind of stuff happens now.
Chris Sarandon. This dude. It was like in every movie that you saw back then that you never knew his
That's
name.
where Susan Sarandon got her last name from. Oh, she was married to Chris Sarandon. 38 years ago, 1985, Dire Straits' single Money for Nothing hit #1. That same day, St. Louis's own Michael Spinks beat Larry Holmes in 15 rounds to become the heavyweight boxing champion. 33 years ago, 1990, AC/DC releases their 12th record, Razor's Edge, which included their classic hits Thunderstruck and Money Talks. 30 years ago today, 1993, Nirvana puts out In Utero. That same day, NYPD Blue debuts on ABC. 25 years ago, 1998, King of Queens, Will and Grace, and Felicity all premiere. And 19 years ago today, 2004, Green Day releases American Idiot. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
Crap is brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest. BrightHouseCo.com, 636-600-0188.
Yeah, I was just talking about New Mexico being on that list of places not getting shows.
Yeah.
I guess Ringo Starr was there last night, and he fell on stage.
Oh, I don't have that in crap on.
I just coming out now.
Breaking news.
Ringo Starr takes a nasty spill during a concert in New Mexico. I guess he's okay. Well, you fall at that age, you break a hip.
How
That's
old
it for
is he
Ringo.
now? God.
He is
70.
He didn't even have gray hair yet.
Eight.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Oh,
I think he's 80. You
so.
find that out. I'm going to talk to you about the recent talk of Matthew McConaughey and
83.
Woody Harrelson maybe being brothers. Turns out that talk was started by Matthew's own mother, Kay.
All right.
Yeah, Matthew says, quote, all right. We're all sitting around in Greece one night talking with my mom, and out of nowhere, a little pause. And she says, oh, I knew your dad, Woody. And she goes, just saying, we might have frequented the same similar place out in West Texas at time when he was on furlough. He then added that, quote, and we all went, what? Now we got to do some DNA tests. Apparently, Kay was separated from Matthew's dad right around the time she, quote, knew Woody's father. So, Maury Povich has entered the chat.
Of course he has.
Maury has now offered to, quote, come out of retirement. We could do primetime. DNA, Maury's back with Woody and Matthew.
Yes.
This is what we need, man.
Yeah, this is what he told E! News, and he said, quote, I'll even get my Showtime color hair, my color back in my hair. Woody's got my number. I'm ready to go. McConaughey was all smiles reacting to the video. He tapped his finger on his head and said, I like the way you're thinking.
Yeah, listen to this.
I don't know if we're going to be calling you to do it on your show, but I like the way you think.
Yeah.
Let's see. Post Malone's breakup with ex-girlfriend Ashlyn Diaz is getting messy again. Radar Online said that Martorell Law has sued Malone and Diaz because the law firm initially helped them in a palimony settlement. In 2018, Diaz filed to get money from Post even though they were never married. Diaz allegedly promised the law firm a cut of the settlement. Now, Martorell Law claims that Malone and Diaz cut their own deal and left the firm without any money. In the suit, Martorell Law said it would release key evidence to show Malone was emotionally and physically abusive to his ex and coerced Diaz to settle their financial arrangement. No response from Post Malone or Ashlyn Diaz on the matter. But that is going around. Did you guys have Cabbage Patch?
Yeah.
Cabbage
Benjamin
Of course.
Benjamin Eli.
Well, maybe you...
My guy.
Maybe you don't know about the craze that preceded the Black Friday madness. There's a new doc coming to theaters that uncovers the dark side of the beloved children's toy. Here's a part of the trailer.
Something happened in 1983.
I got my dog!
And we were never going back.
Is that Ron Reynolds? Is it the voice?
Sounded like it.
Sounds like
The intensity of this search for these dolls.
A full-grown woman taking a doll out of a child's hand?
They trampled everybody.
What do we tell our little girl Christmas morning? You've been good, but Santa ran short?
This is a story about the worst parts of capitalism.
This nice lady created these dolls. And then this guy comes along and he steals the idea. I don't think there were any winners. The winner was money.
I'm all in.
Did you hear the cheap-ass Van Halen's Jump
Yeah, that was good.
in the background?
I think that really was a song.
I don't think so.
1983 is when 1984 came
and I
out,
think
right?
that I don't think they got the rights to it, and they just
Let
did a
me hear it.
cheap-ass
Something
version of
happened
it.
in 1983.
I got my dog! I got my dog!
And we were never going back. The intensity of this search for these
A
dolls.
full-grown woman taking a doll out of a child's hand?
They trampled everybody.
What do we tell our little girl Christmas morning? You've been good, but Santa ran short?
That's royalty-free cheap,
Yeah, you're
cheap-ass
right.
stuff.
That's a
It
hit
had
song
me
hop.
thinking Jump from Van Halen.
Well, that's what they
Yeah.
wanted you to
Did
think.
you ever hear the conspiracy behind Cabbage Patch Kids?
No.
Is that whenever there was all the orphan trains going on and stuff, they were trying to repopulate the planet. And so they were growing kids in cabbage patches, basically. So that's where it all comes from.
Huh.
Well,
Hey,
there's
it's on TikTok. It's got to be real.
they may touch on it in the new documentary called Billion Dollar Babies. Comes out in November. It just happens to be Black Friday when it comes out. It's narrated by Neil Patrick Harris and includes Connie Chung.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
They were both in the clip. Now, that kind of comes on the tail of all these different movies and documentaries. Did you guys see the one about the Beanie Babies with...
Oh, yeah. It's a great
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good movie.
Cabbage Patch Kids were like the first Christmas, craze.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, maybe that's why.
And Tickle Me Elmo and
It was Furby.
Furbies.
It preceded, it was like the first, like when parents are fighting at Toys R Us's.
That was the life I grew up in. It's just my parents fighting for toys for me.
Violence.
Yeah.
Well, they're telling the story on Black
Violence.
Friday. Cindy Crawford was brand new when she appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986. And looking back on it now, she does not like the way that Oprah treated her. After commenting on her body, Oprah made Cindy stand up and show it off to the audience. There's a new Apple TV series called The Supermodels. And Cindy says that I was like the chattel or a child.
I'm sorry, if you're a model,
Isn't that your normal
isn't
job?
that what people are looking at?
She said, when you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body, like, show us why you're worthy of being here. She said, in the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is really not okay, especially from Oprah.
But you're there because of the way you look.
And she's complimenting you, right? She's like, show us why you have.
You are there because of the way you look.
I think I have some audio.
I want to hear the voice.
I need context on this.
Okay.
Did she always have this body? This is unbelievable. Stand up just a moment, because no one saw you come in standing up. Now, this is what I call a bod. Very good, very good.
But I'm not, I don't weigh 100 pounds. I'll tell that lady on the phone that I do not weigh 100 pounds.
You're what, are you about 5'9", 5'10"?
5'9", and I try to stay around 120.
Okay.
So.
I'm happy for you.
Oprah does sound a little creepy there.
Yeah, she does, actually.
It sounds a little creepy.
Yeah.
Like when she says, stand up. Oh, good.
Oh, look at that
It's a little piece of meat, like.
But.
Okay.
Why else would Cindy Crawford be there?
Maybe Cindy was like, let's talk to me and get to know me as a person instead of, I don't know.
Sure.
Was she already a big star by this point?
She was a new.
Maybe she's just recognizing that something that was said in 1986 would not fly today.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Yeah, that would not fly today at all.
Okay, but wait. But now think of Oprah. Take out the Oprah voice and put in a male voice.
Did she always have this body? This is unbelievable. Stand up just a moment, because no one saw you come in standing up. Now, this is what I call a bod. Very good, very good.
So creepy.
Very good,
That's creepy.
very good.
But picture a male voice.
I'm thinking of Phil Donahue right now.
Very good, very good.
Very good, very good.
Look at you standing there. Very good.
Well, this is a little too perfect. Taylor Swift was spotted out on town in New York City on Tuesday night, arm in arm with Sophie Turner.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sophie just announced her split from Joe Jonas, who just so happens to be Taylor's ex as well. What or who do you think Taylor and Sophie were talking about? Taylor and Joe dated about 15 years ago.
Well, you know, when two people are spotted and filmed together at night, that means they're doing it. So
Taylor
and Sophie now, I guess, are together.
Well, there is a rumor that Taylor is either gay or bi, so.
Say what?
There's that rumor? I thought she was with Travis Kelce now.
I thought so, too. Taylor claimed that Joe Jonas broke up with her in a 27-second phone call.
Wow.
Paul McCartney wrote Hey Jude for a young Julian Lennon. Most of us know that story, but it was to offer him comfort during the divorce of his parents, John and Cynthia Lennon. Now, Julian admits that he has a love-hate relationship with it. While he's absolutely thankful for it, he said, I probably have heard that song and heard renditions of it more than most people alive. And then said that people send him videos of it, and he hates that.
Well, you want to hear Julian talk about it?
I would love to hear Julian talk about it. Here's some audio.
And this is from Bill Maher's Club Random. Ladies and gentlemen, Julian Lennon.
I have a love-hate with it. That's a stark and dark reminder of actually what happened with the fact that Dad walked out, left Mum and I. That was a point of complete change and complete disruption and complete darkness and sadness. I mean, I was only 3, but I recognized something was up.
Okay, so probably one of the worst moments of your life.
In probably the most recognizable and iconic song of the last 100 years.
That's been played 4 bazillion times.
Everywhere you go, it's being played.
And every time you hear that song, you're reminded about one of the worst things in your life.
That's rough.
I can see how that might be heavy.
Yeah.
That might be heavy.
Amazing.
And he even said, like, hey, thank you, Paul McCartney, for writing the song for me and about me to comfort me.
Yeah, think of all the songs Paul McCartney wrote. You don't expect. You never know which one's going to be that one to last forever.
I mean, I'm sure Paul McCartney didn't think that this is going to last forever.
He probably thought he was doing a sweet thing, and it was
doing
very
a sweet
kind.
thing. But every time Julian Lennon hears that song, he's reminded of when his dad walked out on him and his mom.
Yeah, it's a rough go.
Yikes.
It's a rough go. So, hey, The Hollywood Reporter does this list every year of 25 platinum players. These are the artists who, quote, move the needle on culture. They own the narratives. They create songs and albums that define a generation and connect with listeners all over the year. They have them in alphabetical order here, and I'm going to go ahead and admit there's probably 40% of the names here I don't recognize. Liv, you're the youngest of all of us. I bet you'll bat 100 here. Can you give me who you think would make this year's list of platinum players? They've named 25. Again, these are stars that move the needle on culture. They own their narratives.
I would say Taylor Swift's got to be on there.
Taylor Swift, towards the bottom, but yes, this is an alphabetical order. Taylor Swift is definitely on there. Okay, that's one.
Harry Styles?
Harry Styles, no.
No?
I would say Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Good guess. No, not on here.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Oh, that's a good one.
guess.
Not on here for this year.
Okay.
Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast. Not on here for this year.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Nice.
Definitely made the list.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, number 1 on the list.
Oh, okay.
Well, because it starts with a B.
B, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I'm going to give you a couple. Boy Genius. This is one
I
word.
don't know
Boy
who that
Genius.
is. Oh, who's the Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny. Is he on
Oh,
there?
that's a good one.
Oh, no, not on
Didn't
here.
that guy win like every award?
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
like 2 years ago.
I thought that was this year.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a couple of years
You could
ago.
be right, I
It's
don't
all
know.
blending in. Zach Bryan, 2 first names. I don't trust that guy.
The Rock.
Ooh.
The Rock is not on here. I think this is all musicians.
Okay,
All
musicians.
musicians.
Or, I mean, what?
Cardi B.
Shall we say artists? Since there's,
Lizzo.
Oh, Liz is a good
Cardi
one.
B is not on here. Lizzo is not on here. But
Jack Black.
no, Jack
Megan
Black.
Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. No, I'm gonna say Burna Boy. Who's Burna Boy?
I don't know. Burna
He has
Boy.
a song, do.
Luke Combs,
Okay.
Okay.
Miley Cyrus,
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey. I guess she's
Interesting.
been pretty active recently. Drake, Billie Eilish, Carol G. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Ice Spice,
Yeah.
Jelly Roll,
My
Yeah,
eyes.
John
That's a
Roll,
good one.
yeah.
Coco Jones. I don't know who that is. Jungkook, Noah Kahan,
Noah Khan.
Noah Khan.
He blew up.
Lil
Sad.
Uzi Vert, Metro Boomin, Nicki Minaj, Kim Petras, Peso Pluma, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, SZA, St. Louis' own,
Oh, nice.
Tim's and Lainey Wilson. Let's see. We have some interesting stuff here. Oh, you know what? I do want to do this list. Let's do this list. It's about time to start picking your favorite Halloween watch list, and there's a new poll that offers exactly what America is thinking as far as, we're talking about 2,000 people surveyed. They're looking for the most spooky movies. They were talking about the most iconic horror film antagonist. That one went to Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street, just to kind of give you, an overall feel of this next list. He was followed by Chucky from Child's Play and then Ghostface from Scream. I have the top 7 iconic horror films of all time, and then I have the top 7 family-friendly Halloween movies.
All right.
I'm more of
Number
the
one.
family-friendly fan.
Number 1, Halloween.
Yep.
Halloween is not on the list.
Friday the
The
13th.
13th, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Halloween
You already
tied
said that
for
one.
number 3 at 33%. Friday the 13th was absolutely number 1.
The original.
41%.
Didn't you just say it was number 1?
1980. No, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy
yeah.
Krueger got
Okay.
the most iconic horror film antagonist.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist,
Ooh.
not on the list.
Whoa, Exorcism.
Exorcist, number
Sorry, Exorcist, I
7
meant.
from 1973 with 9%.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Not on the list.
Rosemary's
Saw?
Baby.
Not on the list.
Carrie.
Carrie,
Great
nice.
movie.
Number
yeah.
2.
Nice.
1976, 35%. 3 was a tie between Halloween and An American Werewolf in London from 1981.
Hills Have Eyes.
Nightmare on Elm Street was number 5. That was from 1984. And you guys are missing number 6.
What's Pinhead?
Scream?
What was
Not,
No,
well, he's gonna say
you're
year.
thinking too deep. You're thinking too deep. 1968.
1968?
Psycho?
Birds.
Psycho.
Nope.
That's a good one. 68.
Night of the Living Dead. Top 7 family-friendly Halloween movies.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is number
Oh,
5.
nice.
I think that should be number 1. That is number 5.
Hubie
Casper?
Halloween.
Casper is tied for number 2 with maybe the greatest movie of all time. How about of all time?
Ghostbusters.
A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters tied for number 2. Nightmare Before Christmas is not on the list.
Really? Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride, number 4, 2005. Well done. Number 7 is from 1966. You're probably not going to get this. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that should be
Yeah.
Number
one,
6
I
is
think.
from 1998. Never seen it.
98.
98.
Halloween Town?
Halloween Town.
What?
That
Nice.
was
What
a
is that?
made-for-TV movie on Disney.
And number 1 is kind of a creepy movie if you show your family at the wrong time.
Coraline.
Coraline.
I just showed my boyfriend that one. He's like, this, I feel like I'm on drugs.
Yo, it's kind of creepy. The survey
Oh,
also
that's
found
the dead girl, right?
yeah, with the buttons like
Yeah.
you know.
Or is she a
Yeah.
doll?
It's a doll. And there's like this alternate universe with this like creepy spider
Yeah,
lady.
she like crawls through like a tunnel or something. The survey also found that 75% were 13 years old or younger when they watched their first horror movie, and 47% of adults say that they were too young to watch their first scary movie. I definitely was too young. I saw something, I don't even remember what it was. It was one of those Cinemax, Showtime kind of movies, and it scared me
That was
to
the best.
death.
Yeah.
dude.
Phantasm or Hellraiser, one of those movies.
Yeah, they all scared me to death. That's your crap on celebrities.
All right, celebrity celebrating her birthday today. Jason Derulo is 34 today. Nicole Richie, Lionel Richie's daughter. She's got 2 kids with Joel Madden from Good Charlotte, is 42. Liam Gallagher, the 12-toed singer from Oasis, is 51. Look that up.
I don't want to.
David Silveria, he is the former Korn drummer. He went on hiatus back in 06.
Dude was like a model. Remember,
Never
he was like
came back.
Underwear model for a minute there, too.
And his bandmates say he dropped out of the music scene altogether. He doesn't even own a drum set anymore.
What?
Man.
David Silveria is 51. Alfonso Ribeiro is 52. Luke Wilson is 52. Ricky Lake, daytime talk show host, is 55. Faith Hill, 56. Larry's wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Cheryl Hines, is 58. Dave Coulier is 64.
Uncle Joey.
Hey,
Bill Murray is 73.
David Silveria is quoted as saying, "I've made it clear that I would make a comeback and restore the groove." Silveria recently launched a new band called Breaking in a Sequence.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck.
This
He's got
article...
his drum set back.
You say breaking in sequence?
Breaking in a Sequence. This article brought to you... I have no idea when this article was brought to us.
Bill Murray is 73 today. Stephen King is 76. Don Felder from the Eagles is 76. And the man behind CSI, Pirates of the Caribbean movies, National Treasure movies, both Top Gun movies, Jerry Bruckheimer is 80 years old today. That's him today?
That is David Silveria today.
I think I saw him drive a semi-truck.
Giving those vibes.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Phoenix Marie. And today's birthday girl, man, she has been busy. She's been in 1,461 fine films, including 80 Pounds of Ass, Ass Cleavage 11, Asses of Face Destruction 6, Big Butt 2, Bleached to the Bone 3, Booty Boot Camp. She was in Chronicles of a Whore, Face Full of Diesel 4, Freaky Deaky and Freaky Deaky 2. Now that's an ass. Smothered and Covered 9, and Who Could Forget a Role? In 2017's Who's the Bitch Now? Phoenix Marie is 42 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to play Matchup with Moon. So King Scott is going to ask us 5 questions. He'll ask us the same 5 questions, Moon and myself. Whoever gets the most questions right, our respective teammates on the phone will win their choice of prizes. We've got tickets to go see Avenged Sevenfold. We've got tickets to go see Queens of the Stone Age. Tickets to go see Asking Alexandria. Tickets to go see 311. And tickets for the Royal Blood Show coming up. So we need some teammates. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Matchup with Moon is next. 8:32. All right, welcome back to the program. Liv is here.
What up?
Nice to have you. Lern is out today. Rafe is out today. All right, let's give away some fabulous prizes. All right. Matchup with Moon time. I believe I kicked your ass.
You've been kicking my ass
last
for
competition,
years, bro.
He already complained that this is a Thursday. He's not sharp on Thursdays.
Well,
already.
That's the excuse.
Already
you said
set
that you
the
wouldn't
table.
do it on Thursdays.
I never said
you made
that.
this agreement.
Do you guys have a
years
contract
ago.
with
I never said
it's
that.
no big deal. However, you got to win, man.
Oh, already.
No, it's cool. I've been the constant for many, many years, and you have just shown everybody in the universe
How smart I am. Which
that
is
you are the
thank you.
smartest.
Thank you for
have
recognizing
outdone me,
Love that.
and I'm just
Well,
proud
so
to be
far
here.
this year, Moon, you do have 7 wins.
I'm just happy to be here.
And Rizz, you have 11. So
Oh.
you got to catch up.
7-11.
Catch up, buddy.
This is a battle, man. This is getting serious.
You're going to try, but
There's only
it's not
few
going to
weeks
happen
left of
today.
this.
Why catch up? That makes it less fun. I'm going to wait until the end of the year and just like,
Sweep it.
Well, that's been, you're getting down to it, my friend. It's
yeah.
September 21st.
Yeah, and since we only play this game consistently when you're winning. You're,
shut up.
I'm sure
Oh, someone is butthurt.
no, this is how you get in his head.
All right, so we need Team Rizz, we need Team Moon. Fabulous prizes up for grabs. Avenged Sevenfold playing a Point Big Summer Show on Monday at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. We got tickets for that. Queens of the Stone Age Saturday over at St. Louis Music Park. Tickets to go see Asking Alexandria with The Who. That's
They
a
are so
HU.
fun. They are so cool. They're
Are they
Mongolian.
yes.
Yeah.
The Who playing a co-headlining bill Monday over at the Factory. We got tickets to go see 311 with AWOL Nation at the Factory on Tuesday, and we got tickets to go see Royal Blood tomorrow over at the Pageant. All right, so Scott's going to ask us 5 questions each. Whoever gets the most questions right, our respective teammates on the phone will win as the current champion, not only in 2022, but currently the leader. I will answer the questions first, as Moon is then put into isolation first. Okay. Let's go to the phones and get our teammates. Let's go to Jeff in High Ridge. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
All right, Jeff, Team Moon or Team Rizz?
I'm going to go Team Rizz.
All right, buddy, we got it. Hang on. Jeff and I. Jay, unfortunately, you're going to be Team Moon.
Sounds good. That's what the kids picked. Happy birthday, Liz.
Okay, let's put Moon in isolation.
Going in.
Moon's going into the isolation booth, which is actually just a pair of headphones that he wears. And he's still about 2.5 feet to my left.
Everybody's talking about?
Sounds like something I wouldn't like.
I think you would love it. I think it actually, honestly.
I guess you just use spoons.
And now it's just this 3-piece, and most of it's instrumental. But like they like do these little. It's dude. If Quentin Tarantino were a band, if he was split into 3 people and needed to make instrumental music, it would be him.
I'm going to hit shuffle on my like song.
Yo, go check out that Krungbin band. You got to
or listen to the Who.
It's spelled all stupid.
The Chili Peppers are on.
KHR's Krungbin.
Can't argue with the shuffle. Can't argue with the shuffle. For Jeff, Moon is playing for Jay. King Scott with the answers.
Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Rizz, you said Switzerland. Moon, you said the U.S., and it's Switzerland.
I said U.S.
What is
nothing good, guys.
What is the tiny piece at the end of a shoelace called? Rizz, you said plastic thingy. And Moon had no clue. He said inlet, and he's like, nah.
No, I had a clue.
I got it when I was sitting here.
You want to say it?
Is it the aglet?
Yes. It's the aglet.
It is?
You got it. Yeah.
That was
You
like
said it?
I said
he worked
inlet,
his way through it.
egglet. I knew it was a something let. I knew it was a silly,
And you said aglet?
a silly word.
You got it.
Did I say egglet at the end?
Yeah.
All right.
It hit me when I was sitting there.
1-1, good
Damn
guys.
it.
What color eyes?
1-1 tie.
Oh, right. But I see that as an
Oh,
advantage.
we're both good guys. That's nice.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I love you too.
What color eyes do most humans have? You both said brown, and you're both correct.
All right.
Okay.
What is the most common letter in the English alphabet? Rizz, you said E. And Moon, you said A.
It's probably E because
And
there's more
it's
double E's.
E.
Dang it.
Okay, it's 3-2.
If I had thought about that longer, if I had done my traditional old Moon thing and got yelled at by all the
And even
impatient
thought about the
listeners,
sentence, how many
Was that the
E's
final
are in that
question?
sentence?
No.
No. We got one more question and then a bonus.
Okay.
Tell me you got it wrong.
Hey.
So
Tell
this
me
is
you got
down
it
to
wrong.
it.
Tell me you got it wrong.
I don't
You
know.
didn't get it wrong. That's a basic ass question.
I don't know. Comes down to this.
I'm sure it's fine.
If I get it right or
12-7.
have the same answer,
It's 12-7.
here we go.
We tell the drummer to stop. We don't need any more.
Come on, let's go.
In which country did Hitler commit suicide?
Which country or which city?
Or sorry, which city did Hitler commit that CI thing confuses me. No, which city did Hitler commit suicide? You both said Berlin.
God darn.
And you're both correct.
Yeah, baby. Jeff hung up for some reason. Jeff, call back.
No, don't call back.
Yeah, email.
My guy can have the tickets
Sorry, Jay.
because he picked me on accident.
And what's wild is, do you guys still want to hear the bonus?
Yeah, sure.
What year was Nike founded? Rizz, you said 1969. Moon, you said 1960, 70, 68. You finished with 67, and it's actually 64.
Oh, feeling good, Lewis.
Don't matter.
good.
You're right.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Like how you're
Nice
yelling
job.
at me.
All
when you win.
right. Yeah.
Oh, man, I should have known the E's. I feel like we've had that question before 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
and it's one of those where if you think of the sentence, it has a ton of E's in that
Yeah,
sentence.
Hey, you know
again, if I had done the drag ass sort of Moon
Hey, you got aglet.
thought process,
Fist bump.
don't give me your consolation. don't give me your passive
Fist bump.
aggressive.
Come on, buddy.
Sore winning
All right.
crap.
Oh, sore winning.
That is the best.
Kevin. Team Rizz or Team Moon?
Hey, dude.
Hey, buddy. Who we liking?
Well, I got to go to take my daughter to 311, so Moon, I'm taking Rizz.
It's cool, man. I'm going to bounce back here at some point, and it's probably going to be
John, your Team Moon.
someone doesn't pick me.
All right. Well, you know what? I want to go see Royal Blood, and I got confidence in Moon.
Oh,
Right. I love you, man. Thank you for the confidence. I
Can I go
needed
back in
some of it.
isolation?
I'm surrounded by negativity, except for Liv. She's lovely.
Hang on.
You are a nice,
Earbuds
positive
back in.
force here. I got Scott going against me.
You're out of your mind.
It's the Scotts over here.
Very sweet.
You're out of your mind. Okay. Into isolation for me. Do a new song. Oh, AC/DC. You know I'm winning. I will wear that like a badge of honor.
I'm going into my crunk bench.
Jerk. All right. I'm going to take 15 minutes to answer 5 questions. It's going to be something. Oh, you didn't get it? You couldn't think of it?
I couldn't think of it. I never knew it.
I bet it's going to be something we both know. It's going to be obvious.
Oh, no, man. I feel like, I mean, that's...
I've watched a lot of stuff. I've watched a lot of Star Wars.
I have too, and I've never seen
it. Liv, do you know this?
I have a guess.
Okay, we'll wait.
I don't even know what it looks like.
I have a guess now. I've never seen it. I have a guess now that I wish I would have said just like as a good educated guess, but I didn't think of it then. So
all right, let's go. Let's get the answers. I'm playing for Keith.
I don't even know what I said.
Playing for Kevin.
What did I say? Jedi or Alderaan or something?
Moon is playing for John. Yep. Here we go.
Which state has the longest cave system in the world? Moon, you said Kentucky or Missouri. You went with Missouri. Rizz went with Missouri, and you're both wrong. It's Kentucky.
Oh, boy.
Thinking Kentucky, too.
Whoa.
Told you I've been in
Kentucky.
I've been in some caves.
I think we're close to that. We're like
That's
second
where
or third.
Mammoth Cave is and all that stuff. God darn fart.
Which type of tree grows from an acorn? You both said oak, and you're both correct.
All right.
I got one. That's fine.
What
Kentucky.
language are the words written on Darth Vader's chess piece in? Moon, you said Tatooine. And Rizz, you said French.
Bonjour, I am your father.
All right, Liv, what is your educated guess?
Is it Arabish?
So close. It's Hebrew, ancient Hebrew.
Oh, Hebrew.
Really?
Ancient Hebrew.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Some Latin or something. All right, well.
Damn.
Adam Wainwright just reached 200 wins. So which pitcher has the most wins in MLB history? Moon, you said Cy Young.
Okay, so my reasoning was, I was like, these pitchers would pitch like every other day.
That's exactly what I said.
Like there was no 5 days rest.
Yeah, but I couldn't even think of those.
You get arrested for 5 days.
I thought of some old names. I thought of Fingers and a couple of those guys.
I was thinking Sandy Koufax. It wasn't Nolan Ryan. He's strikeouts.
Koufax is a good chance, but I thought that was maybe too modern. Right?
What did I say, Scott?
You said Cy Young as well, and you're both correct.
Oh,
he had 511.
I had to start
wins.
thinking of what the award was, and I was like, it's got to be the award. And I was like, Ty Cobb?
Okay, here's it.
No.
I thought that was a gimme. So
Ladies
you guys
and
are
gentlemen,
tied right now.
This is the 5th question.
So you guys are tied.
This is the 5th question.
Do you remember what the 5th question was?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
It's the toughest question I think ever asked.
Oh, yeah. WNBA question.
With Moon.
Oh, no.
In August.
Give me a half point for Kentucky.
Okay. In August, which team won the 2023 WNBA Commissioner Cup Championship?
Hey, before you give the answer.
Yes.
Did one of us get it right?
I'll say yes.
One of us did get it right, so there will be a winner. Unless we both said the same thing. Did you give a wacky answer?
No, I actually thought of 2 teams, which I was, hey, listen, even if I lose this, I'm proud of
Okay,
myself.
let's see how many WNBA teams. I know the Liberty.
Okay, that's what I said. And Sparks.
The Sparks, the Lynx.
Oh, well, then you won.
Is there the Comets? Is there a Comets?
Don't look at me.
Come on, Liv.
I don't know any WNBA teams.
I think there's a Storm, an Ambush, a
Nope.
Stampede.
A Shoe.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so which team won? Moon, you said Liberty. Rizz, you said Lynx, and the answer is Liberty.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, WNBA.
You know your
yeah, sports.
That's the sports guy right there.
Holy smokes.
How did I miss the parade?
I knew it would pay off someday, my fandom.
I know, it's a shame you missed that
I'm sorry,
parade.
Kevin. We lost on a WNBA question.
Oh,
Hey, let's cry for Kevin.
you're right. I am bummed.
I'm bummed for
Yeah,
Kevin.
we went out on that.
Hit the Sarah McLachlan
Man.
song.
Yo, did you hit? You probably hit this tiebreaker pretty well, right? I don't even know where the guess was.
What was it? What was the question?
The Yoda years.
How old is Yoda when he dies? Moon, you said 511 and a half. And Rizz, you said 700. And the answer is, do you know it?
900?
900.
He says it right when he's dying.
He does?
He goes, I can't die yet. I'm only 900. As he
Doesn't he
fell off the
say
cliff.
it in
Does he say it?
2 or 3?
He might have.
Oh, you call yourselves
I know.
fans.
You didn't know either.
And that's why everybody laughs that Grogu is Baby Yoda, because he's dude's 50, but they live to be 900.
All right. Well, congratulations to Jeff and congratulations to John.
Woo!
The
Yeah,
winners.
baby.
Congratulations to actually all St. Louis for listening to that. That was amazing.
Good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, City.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some news. It is 9:06. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Yes, Liberty.
Liberty, you got it.
Woo! Hey, congratulations, St. Louis, because your traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. There's still a lot of racing left in 2023 at WWT Raceway. NHRA Midwest Nationals are September 29th to October 1st. Get your tickets now. Congratulations. The traffic looks, I was going to say it looks fairly clear, but I jinxed it. Right lane blocked due to emergency repairs, 64 eastbound, just after 270 in Ballas. Your point forecast, 30% chance of showers today with some thunder at times possible. High of 82. Right now it's 65 at the Point Studio. Your point forecast is brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, I'll tell you this. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission dropped an album, and it's straight fire. Okay?
Okay.
And AI can now translate chickens?
Huh?
Oh, yeah. With 80% accuracy.
Oh, that's weird.
We'll chop it up next. Yeah.
I really thought that last question was a layup, but you missed it.
Oh, I have to give you a point for that.
I miss you, Jeff.
Swung on a miss.
No,
you're right.
that was-
That's a Jeff joke.
Yeah.
That's a Jeff. Hey, shout out to our buddy Grant who reminded us that Yoda is 900 years old.
Rizzuto, when 900 years old you become, look as good you will not.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yes. That's
Excellent.
fantastic.
Excellent.
That's
Thank
so
you.
cool, Yoda.
Can't believe Yoda said my name.
That laugh was great.
Or is that from the movie and I just missed
That's
it?
from the movie. He says Rizz.
Someone do Chewbacca next.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Martin Jetco Heating and Air Conditioning, more reliable than your news source.
Now, if you want some new music,
I do.
look no further than the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. They are the agency that looks at safety hazards with toys and encourages us to do things like wear bike helmets. Now, as weird as this sounds, they just dropped their first album.
Sweet.
Tight.
And the general consensus is it's not bad. It's not bad. So it's meant for teens and young adults. And some say, quote, it is straight fire. Mostly the music, not the lyrics. So the album they dropped is called We're Safety. No, I'm going to get it right here. We're Safety Now, haven't we? Volume 1.
We're safety now, haven't we?
Did Yoda write this one? I think he did.
That's why I had to pause there. We're Safety Now, haven't we?
Volume 1.
It's got 7 songs. It's got 7 songs, each about a different safety issue. They're basically all knockoffs of different artists. Like the full album is 22 minutes long. Here are 7 tracks for you. I'm going to play one of them, like a little piece. This one's called Protect Your Noggin. It's about wearing helmets.
Protect your noggin.
It's
now.
90s hip hop. It's
Ooh,
90s hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
Think they might have been going for like a Salt and Pepper vibe.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
Here's Protect Your Noggin.
First things first, let me tell you what the issue is. When you in the streets, gotta stay vigilant. Check the stats, there's been way too many injured heads. From riding around without nothing on protecting them. But we could do better. I'ma put my helmet on and go zoom.
It's not terrible.
On my head real evenly. Low on my forehead, y'all ain't seeing me. When I fly by, I'ma wave high then bye.
It's not terrible. I mean, the music's not bad.
It sounds like something that would have been on a commercial on Nickelodeon when I was a kid.
Yes.
I'm a wave high and bigh. I love that.
Man.
There's an EDM song called Phone Away about texting and driving and not staring at your phone while you walk down the street.
Oh my gosh, do you have that?
No, I didn't pull everything.
Oh, what is this called?
It's called Phone Away.
Phone away, EDM safety. I'm just gonna put that in.
I don't think
Safety
anything
dance
can
with
top Dumb Ways to Die, though. That was the Australia transit system.
They had a song.
Ways to
That's
die.
how that's where that came from.
So many. Yeah.
No
It's the
way.
Australian train
Wow.
system, I believe.
Never did I know that.
Yeah, I think I can find it. It's here.
Oh man, I want to hear the EDM one.
Yeah, I got it.
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay, this one's called Phone Away. Here we go.
Yeah.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
looking at your phone while driving. I get it. It's 4 minutes long.
Is that Mitch McConnell singing this?
It goes on
Dude,
like that.
that's brilliant.
Okay,
When you're
there's a Bad Bunny knockoff called Si Pone Caliente.
See?
It's about testing the batteries in your smoke alarms once a year.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome.
There's a song called Going Off Like Fireworks, which is a K-pop song about fireworks safety.
Back it up, Terry.
Some people think it sounds more like Beyonce than K-pop, but
Oh, that's very Who Run the World.
Thanks to the people
girls.
at CPSC.
Burning up like diamonds in the sky. You and I are sending out some sparks tonight. I know I shouldn't play with fire, that flaming light and cook it while your rocket burning on glow. Can't help myself, I still want more.
that's about fireworks safety. There's a song called Off-Road Adventure, which is about, of course, staying safe on ATVs.
Oh, yeah.
It's important.
Is it really?
Yeah, which is important.
Yeah.
They say this one is like Vogue from Madonna. Helmet goggles. Yeah, stay safe on those ATVs.
Wow.
So
That's
again,
a- that's a
you can
hit
listen to the full
song.
album on YouTube. It sounds like it'll be on Spotify and Apple Music soon. They're even hoping to get some radio play. All the songs are in the public domain, so they're encouraging people to sample and remix them.
It's so funny, man.
I think that's pretty cool, man. Those songs are not terrible. All right, if you think artificial intelligence taking your job is alarming, that's nothing compared to this. AI can translate chicken speak. That's right.
Why chickens? Why couldn't they do dogs?
I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. Scientists from Japan say AI can help you understand what different chicken clucks mean with about 80% accuracy.
There goes my side business.
I mean, that's not whole sentences like, yo, 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 the living conditions out here are really substandard, man.
Yo, you call this C?
Yo, 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 yo. It uses the sound of their vocalizations to determine distinct emotional states, including hunger, fear, contentment, excitement, distress. Obviously, insight like this could be very beneficial in the care of animals, allowing us to know what stresses them out.
Listen, though,
Without
I can't
having
wait
to
to hear
guess.
the first bit of chicken union business that they're going to bring up is the fact that we've now made it, their species name, chicken, synonymous with being scared or afraid. They're going to be bummed.
yeah.
They're going to be bummed.
It's
That's going to
wor-
be a point.
It's worth pointing out that the research is in its very early stages, and the study was spearheaded by a Tokyo professor who's better known for his sex robot research. So
Nice. I just can't wait to get this, and then you walk in there like, oh, there's Fatty. Hey, Fatty, Fatty, Fatty. Look at Fatty walking in here. Fatty smells bad. You smell bad, Fatty.
How did this guy make the jump from sex robots to chickens?
I don't know.
Well,
Chicken language.
Pivoted.
Hey, speaking of that
Don't
dog
you
thing.
say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Speaking of that dog thing, we always talked about this with Jeff because he was like, if he could invent anything, he was always saying like, I would invent the collar that let the dogs talk.
Yeah.
I think that's a bad idea. I think it would take all the mystery out, and most of us would find out that our dogs are dummies, and we'd be bummed.
Yeah.
We'd be
I think
bummed.
we
We'd like,
kind of
Can you
know they're
imagine?
idiots.
Last night around 1:30, the younger dog came over and was pushing her with her nose. She had to go to the bathroom. Woke me up middle of the night. Doesn't really do that much, but you're sound asleep. You just hear this. Hey, can you,
Go.
hey, can you let
Dad.
me
You
out?
awake?
oh, hey,
You awake?
hey.
Now, a lot of people
you.
talk to their pets. A lot of people talk to their pets. Many have full-on
yeah.
conversations,
I
and
do.
some of those people are perfectly sane. Now, new research suggests that AI might help us communicate with animals to some degree. So a new poll asked, if you had a pet and AI enabled you to have conversations with it, how likely would you be to do so?
100%.
With the animals?
Yeah.
And but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's we have those conversations anyway, and our minds fill in what it is we need to fill in to have these conversations really make sense. And it's a wonderful relationship, is it not? Why would you want to risk it?
Yeah, and if you really want a dog that can communicate already and understand everything you say, just get an Australian Shepherd. Like, that thing knows everything.
You know, the
They're
animals.
perfect. Well,
The only animals I want to know what they're actually thinking, like word for word, moment for moment, is something's about to kill me. I just want to know. Like, if I meet a bear on a trail, I would love to know. Is he thinking he's going to back away because that will put me at ease? Is he thinking, hey, whatever this idiot does, I'm going to eat him? I need to know that.
Yeah. He's growling, but I hope he doesn't tickle me.
You know, like a rattlesnake going, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch you.
But I want, like, if my pet is, like, not feeling well, because I've had, you know, I want him to be able to communicate with that.
It has its, you know, its benefits for sure, but also your dog could tell you, like, they hate you.
Right.
And that would be a bummer.
Oh,
sorry,
God,
Dad, I ate a sock.
Oh, God, you're home again?
I hate you so much.
I hate it when you're here.
Feed me.
The a-hole's back again.
This house is so much better without you.
I want to be the lawyer that represents all the dogs and cats that can talk now.
Imagine, I mean, most cats or dogs would be like, oh, I thought you left for good. What a letdown.
Oh, imagine those, like, the ASPCA commercials, like the sad ones. If they could be like, look at me. I hate everything.
What if you walk in your door and you just hear your dog go, the a-hole's arrived?
Damn it.
Well, just, you know, 30 overall.
I don't like smelling.
Maybe every time they hear a noise outside and they start barking, they're actually saying, take me with you, take me with you.
Overall, 33% of us would be very likely to listen to our pets if, you know, in this AI way. Another 29%, they're somewhat interested. 25% of people not into it.
Imagine if you went to, like, Barquet and your dog started talking smack about you to others.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
I don't want my dog talking to anybody.
I just don't want to know.
Dad was walking around without his underwear. Dude's got a hairy ass.
Talk amongst yourselves.
It is
Interesting
disgusting.
topic.
You
All
should
right.
see what these idiots do on Tuesday.
All right, we got to take a break. Take a break. We'll come back. We got some sports. Man, I tell you what, Deion Sanders, not only good for college football, but he's good for ratings. Did you see the ratings for ESPN?
Oh, I can't imagine. I've watched a total of one college football game ever in like the last 10 years, and I watched that whole Colorado game.
Yeah, wild. All right, 9:27. Liv, you're not into college football, right?
Not really, no. No.
But you know Deion Sanders, right?
Yeah.
Prime time.
Yeah.
You know he's now coach of the Colorado Buffaloes.
Oh, yeah, because I'm dating a Colorado guy.
Oh,
and
that's right. We
all
talked
up in
about
the
it.
house, yes.
Yeah, we talked about it at Battle of Bush.
Yes.
And he was up late.
Oh, yeah. 1:20 the game ended.
On Saturday night, that Buffalo game went to double overtime against Colorado State. So Deion Sanders, I mean, he has brought some eyes to college football for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought some eyes to ESPN because Colorado's double overtime win over Colorado State on Saturday drew 9.3 million viewers on ESPN, the network's 5th most watched college game on record.
Jeez.
For
an early season game.
For a third game, for a third week game.
That's incredible.
Wow.
And the game turned into a thriller with Colorado rallying late to win in overtime.
Yeah, it was exciting to watch.
And viewers watched to the end. So think about East Coast time. Here it ended at 1:30. There it ended on the East Coast at 2:30.
Oh, man.
Dang.
It's almost like confessing primetime is working to his advantage.
The game is now ESPN's best late-night prime game on record. The game peaked with 11.1 million viewers at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's wild.
Man, that's neat. I wonder what it's like to be that kind of character where if you're playing for the Braves or you're playing the Cowboys, wherever you're at, everywhere you go, you're just somehow the most entertaining guy and everyone loves you around.
Well, I mean, his team has started as 3-0. It's going to be... They're playing the Oregon Ducks this weekend. Both teams are undefeated. So there's a chance that viewing record can be broken again.
What time is that? 11:45 p.m.
I mean, they're West Coast games.
I wish you could buy stock in college apparel.
Oh, yeah. You'd make bank.
You'd make bank.
Because they're going to win this year.
Yeah, as far as buying gear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not sure what time that game starts.
It is good to hear that the college industry, these colleges
are making money.
Are getting good opportunities to finally make some money.
They've been struggling this whole time.
Yeah.
It's good to see,
And I'm sure they're opening the acceptance rate too from 2.3% or whatever the hell
it's
it's
good
gotten
to
down
see them making some money for God.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes.
Thank you, Lord.
Education is number one.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right,
we
man.
can ruin
What do you got?
everything, can't we?
God, sports.
Oh, sports. Presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Think you know football? Bet on it at DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportbook. The next big thing to do for St. Louis City SC was to clinch a playoff spot. And at the top of the Western Conference, that seemed pretty likely to happen this week or next.
What a game last night. Am I right, guys?
Did you watch
High scoring? No.
You saw the score. What a turd. All they had to do is at least draw in what was said to be the most important match of the season so far last night when City was to take on LAFC here at City Park. LAFC, who was third in the West, is the reigning MLS champ and was riding that 3-0 win over City from earlier this season. City did it with a 0-0 draw.
0-0.
Yes, it was 0-0, but it was a very exciting game. It really was. Charged up, sold out St. Louis crowd. They clinched the playoff spot. St. Louis City is up 5 points on the second place Seattle, which is even on games with City SC. They became the third team in MLS history to have at least 50 points and to make a postseason in its first season.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Third draw in a row.
Yeah, and it's amazing they scored that many points with zeros.
Okay. City SC is winless in its past 4 games and plays Minnesota United on Saturday. It was the 8th shutout for goalkeeper Roman Berkey. Soccer 101 podcast will go up later today with myself and Matt Rocchio. Cardinals fell 8-2 to the Brewers at Busch last night. They're out of playoff contention and have some injuries, so half of it looked kind of like a spring training game out there.
Yeah, I thought they were finally turning the season around.
Yeah, maybe. The Cardinals 67-85 came into the night having played 1,991 games since the start of the 2011 season. They'd mathematically been in postseason contention for 1,988 of those games. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, sad. Whoa.
So Wednesday night marked the first time they'd played a game without a chance at making the playoffs since the final game of the 2018 season.
Dang.
Cards, Brewers today for some funsies day baseball.
Oh!
That's right, day baseball at Busch Stadium. 12:15 start. Enjoy that. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
Hey, don't forget to make your Thursday night football pick tonight.
Yep.
1057thepoint.com/picks. Thank you, Scott. All right, one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up. All right, first off, I want to thank Liv for coming in. Thank you, Liv, for hanging out.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming and getting up early. Let's do it again tomorrow, okay?
Let's do it. I'm in a groove now.
Sweet.
All right, big Friday show tomorrow. Friday fail stories. We'll crown the Craigslist Freak of the Week. We'll get rid of our prizes. It'll be fun. Today's Pappy's Recappy.
Brought to you by Pappy's Smokehouse, celebrating 15 years. Locally owned, world famous. 2 locations, including Highway 70 and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive in St. Peters. Everything we covered on the show today. Hey, make sure you follow us on our socials at RIZZ Show. Vote for Freak of the Week. That's on Twitter. X, and make sure you follow us for everything, just to keep up with the show, if you will, especially through the weekend. Everything we covered on today's show and every show is always up on the blog. Crap on celebrities, news. We covered some local stuff, including what happened at the log flume. Yes, Six Flags log flume. Big happenings. 10 things people hate when they're kids but love when they're adults. See how you stack up to that list and some other lists that we covered. It's all up on the blog, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Today, the podcast, which is available wherever you get podcasts, including YouTube, is called It's a Floppy Mess. Okay. Find out what we're talking about when it comes to that.
All right. Anything else, Moon?
No, man, just Punk Rock Christmas. I just saw some videos from Can You Feel the Punk Tonight? And holy smokes, can't wait to release some of those. We did.
Excellent. Yeah, we watched some of that in the studio during a break.
Yeah, the Point crew and Arch crew got a whole bunch of awesome video, and we're putting some board sound to it just so you can see exactly what it was, so you don't miss out next time. And yes, there is a next time already in the works, but first, Punk Rock Christmas, December 9th. It's the big party of the holiday. Tickets are on sale, and they won't be for too long because it will sell out.
Liv, anything to plug?
No, sir.
All right. King Scott?
Yeah, just follow me on all socials at King Scott Rules. And yesterday I teased the 2SG show that we're about to announce. So just don't look at any dates at Busch Stadium in December. But
all right.
But yeah, there's something coming up. Pretty big.
I do have one other thing, too, is I am going to be at DB's for Football Sunday.
Ooh, super fun.
All right.
So please come hang out with me. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Come watch the games and eat great food with me down at DB's
speaking of
this Sunday afternoon.
DB's this past Sunday, I want to say thank you to Jason. He made this rose gold gun for me, like a pin. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I saw
cool.
So thank you, man.
Jason's so awesome.
He's wonderful.
Yeah, he won tickets out at Hot Shots with me. So.
Yeah.
I do want to plug my gig up at the House of Pain in Chesterfield Saturday. They have an open house, grand opening celebration. I'll be out there starting at 10 o'clock, but it's an all-day event. The gym is going to be free and open to everybody. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be music. Check out the gym that I go to.
Fancy.
3 days a week. A bodybuilding contest.
Nice.
Which I said I'm not going to get into because I don't want to make people.
Come on, you have
I want somebody else to win this year.
Yeah.
We can get you tanned up.
He's
You're
winning.
really good.
He's winning a matchup with Moon. He's winning Mr. Universe.
I'm winning everywhere.
I can apply the oil.
All right. Yeah, I don't need you Saturday. My oil. Scott's my oil guy. He's not going to. I don't need you this
You
weekend,
get a
Scott.
day off. That's tight.
Oh, I get the weekend off.
I will leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots. From Fenton, Stephanie Hubie is our. And Stephanie wants to hear this song.